against black women, believe it or not. Some of the greatest people I know are actually black
Okay, I
women.
quit. I
I
believe it below. I believe it below. Oh shoot.
So, uh, as y'all know who's watching, I got a small subscriber base, but everybody knows is a fan. This is you ain't shit for watching. Regular conversation. We got a couple people on here, so I'm gonna introduce them. I'm gonna let them tell you about their channel, and then we'll go from there, and we'll go what the topic is. So, off the bat, we have Roger. Roger, please tell people watching.
This is Roger Stevens. I have a YouTube page, The Roger Report. Just small page. I mean, just started, so just few videos up, a few subscribers already. Y'all are welcome to subscribe. I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it if you do watch it.
Okay. Then we got Miss Rain.
What you want me to do?
Talk about your channel, your shows, whatever you're doing.
I really
Promote
don't have a
yourself.
channel. I have two pages on Facebook. One's Peanut Butter Girls. It's a Black woman appreciation page, and then I have my gamer blog that's called Rain's World. You can just check both of them out.
What you doing on Rain's World?
I said it's a gamer anime blog for Black people.
So you ain't sitting on your channel with your thong out playing video games, are you?
I should.
I
I would
don't
get
think it'll
a
hurt
lot of
anything.
followers.
Yeah. If you're looking for numbers, that's one way to get it.
I know, right?
Okay. And what about you, Miss Nicole?
Okay, so I'm Nikki Uncensored, and I do like politics and stuff. So, as soon as I have the links, though, I'll put them out. I'm right now. I'm kind of waiting till after the holidays because we celebrate the month of Christmas and not just the day, and it goes until January 6th. So that's after that. I'll put the links
Dang.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
well, we have the Three Kings Day, January 6th. So that's what that will mark the end of our holiday. And after that, I will be on live.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do something for next year. I'm gonna have to join your family for like 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, it's how that's the other the I know you guys know about the Three Kingsmen, whatever. So that's like our ideal for January 6th, and then the kids get like we give them a gift and we celebrate that day, and that's so we start celebrating at Thanksgiving Day. Like so after Thanksgiving is our our month for Christmas until January
Hmm.
6th.
Okay. That don't sound horrible. I wish I'd have seen it as a child. That don't sound horrible at all.
Next year is on.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds very nice. Awesome.
So I have a question for you, Nikki. You said you celebrate the whole month of Christmas. Does that mean that you are alcoholic or no?
What?
No, I'm not an alcoholic because I dance, and so I I hardly will drink alcohol unless I don't have dance like the next day. Does that make sense? So I'll drink, but I dance 5 to 6 days a week. Um, so no, I hardly drink.
Okay. What kind of dance are you doing? You out here popping on the pole? Bands
I'm
do
a
bands make you dance?
I'm a ballroom dancer.
Okay, you a ballroom dancer.
Yeah.
So she dances
Oh,
in
snap.
ballrooms. She can do the cha cha slide and the electric
I
slide
can.
for
Nope,
a
you're
crowd.
absolutely. I can do all of that. I'm a pro dancer.
This nigga is irritating.
Cha cha
Hey, she's
slide.
she's
Yeah.
sophisticated with her moves. She ballroom dance. That's no
But
joke.
I want to learn how to like pop it and stuff. Like I don't. I spent too much time in dance that I want to know like some more like urban styles. I guess more
That's what they would call it.
You a trick? Are you a hoe? We talking about dating. We just trying to define what makes you a trick, what makes you a hoe in dating practices in general, turn off and ons. And we have two women, two men, and I just want to have a general conversation about dating from some start to scratch. Some people marry, some people not, but everybody's went on a date before. So I just want to have the consensus of dating. And y'all can shoot. It's free from the hip. We can go in if you get crazy, and I'm gonna try and moderate y'all as best as possible. But for the most part, it's an open conversation. Do what you do.
Wait, I have a question before we start that. So,
Okay.
just to be clear, what exactly do you mean by like the trick thing?
Trick. So,
You guys laughing. What? I mean, I want to make sure we all have the same definition in our head.
are you
Oh
a dude
no.
who
Okay.
works? Are you a dude who works the minimum wage? Are you a dude who has to Uber everywhere because you can't afford a car and you can only Uber during non-peak times? Uh, do you pick your date up or meet your date at Ruth Chris and you can really only afford Applebee's? That makes you a trick, in my opinion. But we can go on, but we can talk about what makes you a trick in a guy's eyes and what makes you a hoe in woman's eyes. So I feel like the guys we're gonna have a better handle on what makes you a trick, and you women will have a better handle on what makes you a hoe, and we can just go from there.
Got
So
it.
so let me do this. So let me do this. If a man approaches you two ladies and he wants to take you on a date, what is an acceptable date, and what's a over the top date, and what is a unacceptable date?
Interesting question. All
Nicole, you could go first.
I was gonna tell you to go first. Okay, I'll take it.
I don't mind who go first. I'm interested.
I think anything is acceptable depending on what he wants to do. I mean, I think that if he wants to spend a lot, great. If he doesn't want to spend a lot, that's okay too. So I'm down for like whatever, as long as I can have fun doing anything. Doesn't matter.
So if I was like, Nikki, hey, yeah, baby, let's go. I just want to get to know you. Can we go to you live in New York, right? Can we go to McDonald's on 24th Street and then go for a walk
Oh
in the
no,
park?
we're not doing that because
Uh-oh.
But you
Uh-oh.
hold on. But
Crazy.
you
That's
said anything was cool. I'm just
oh
trying to understand the standards right here.
That's what Floyd meant. Anything.
that. I mean, who would do that? Like, why would I go to McDonald's? Number one, I don't. Oh, I get what you're saying. I said anything was okay. Okay, not that. Nothing like that. If we're gonna go eat, it has to be a sit down restaurant. Like someplace that's nice or like a mom and pop type shop. Yeah. Okay, now it's Ray's turn because I totally butchered
Anything.
this
Hold
time.
up, nigga. McDonald's ain't gonna fly.
No, I would actually be pretty upset if you suggested that. That would be the end of the date. Like we wouldn't even.
Why
We wouldn't
why
even
would
get
you
a
be
certificate.
why
Ooh.
would you be upset? Maybe I'm trying to be conservative. Maybe I like the Szechuan sauce that they got at McDonald's. Maybe I'm a fan of the McRib.
This
Oh, that's
nigga.
something.
It's
No,
off the
because
hook.
number one, I'm a pescatarian. Number two,
They got a
again,
fillet of fish, my nigga.
no, I would be pretty upset with you, and we wouldn't have a good time because I would think about that McDonald's symbol all day.
Wow, that's a pretty. That restaurant means a lot to a lot of people. But okay.
You could have even said like In and Out better. You could have said McDonald's. You could have said Chick-fil-A or something
God
like
damn.
that.
So if I said Chick-fil-A, it was on and popping.
I was really upset with you because I'm a pescatarian. You should have did your homework.
So
Oh.
yeah, I'm saying though, like you should have known, nigga. You should have known. So is Chick-fil-A gonna ultimately get me the panties that night?
This
No,
nigga.
we wouldn't go to Chick-fil-A. But I would say no nicer than I would say if you said McDonald's.
You know what? I like that. That's some honesty right there.
Well,
Ray,
y'all
it's
gonna
your
hate my
turn.
answer.
what about you, Ray?
um. ugh. Okay, are you talking about just like a first date in general, or just
First
dating?
date. So this is a first date. I'm gonna holler at you. You don't know what the fuck I'm throwing out, but we're like I'm gonna give him a chance, and then you go out and he goes to point A. What's the worst place, the best place scenario? Like I just I wanna know, like I want to
Bro,
see from
we're
a
not
woman's
going to
perspective.
McDonald's. We're not going to anything fast food wise. I'm sorry, not happening. Fuck you.
No Taco
First
Bell
date,
either.
nope, none of them. I can't do it.
We can't do like a walk in the park and I go to a taco
No,
stand and be like,
no.
yeah, let me get 2 number 2s.
A
Bye.
taco, like okay, if we're walking in, no,
I would have
no.
supersized it. I'm just saying.
This nigga. Oh my god. No, I wouldn't do that. First date, I feel like should be a nice setting. Walking in the park would be second or third date, but like sitting down somewhere, like I'll even take Applebee's, like just a normal restaurant, nothing too crazy. I don't want to be in McDonald's and snotty nose ass kids are running around and stank feet and no, Sam, no. Like over the top, I don't know. Would that be it? over the top date. I can't think of one. Me, I prefer like I'm a nerd, so you could take me to fucking main event. What is it called? Dave and Buster, stuff like that. I'm okay with, but we're not
You
we're
cool
not
with
doing
that?
shit.
I thought Dave and Buster was okay.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like I'm okay with that.
So if I take you to Dave and Buster's and we cool, is Dave and Buster's gonna give me the panties?
Friend, no, what the fuck? Well, you know what? I'm gonna be completely okay. Wait, let me say this.
Oh, she gonna tell the truth on the nigga. Go ahead, go ahead.
If
Say that truth.
I cannot stand you,
Living your best life.
most women know in these first 30 seconds if they're gonna sleep with a dude or not.
Of
So
course. Mm-hmm.
depending on the situation, like if I'm feeling you on the first night, hey, we can probably get it popping. But if not, hey, it is what it is. Try again later. But I mean, nowadays we're adults, so having sex on the first night really ain't nothing bad now, I would say.
Okay, I'm just curious. Okay, so you know within the first little bit that you fucking do. Nicole, can you say the same thing?
As far as knowing if you're gonna have, uh, I
If
honestly
if
don't
you gonna
know.
throw it back on a nigga, do you know when you first meet him, like, ooh, you know what? I'm gonna throw it back. I'm gonna throw it back on him real good.
This nigga.
You know what? It's weird. No, I don't get approached like that. I
I'm not asking
I
if you get approached like that. Like I'm not asking if somebody's gonna be like, yeah, da da da. I'm asking when you meet somebody and you have a conversation with them, you like, oh, you know what? Yeah, he gonna get the panties.
no, I don't know.
Okay, so it's
When
just
do
up in
you
the air
know?
with you.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know. Like we don't know each other yet.
Okay, so you a
You
little
want to know
guarded with
him
the nookie.
first. Okay. Mm.
Yeah, no. My answer would be no.
Okay, I'm just curious. Okay, Raj, what about you? What are you doing on the first date? So you meet a chick you like. Let's say she a 9 out of 10. Because I don't believe in a 10 out of 10 when you first meet nobody, but she a 9 out of 10 when you first meet her. Where are you going on the first? We'll go with date. On the first date, where are you going? What are you doing?
Honestly, due to the climate that we now live in, I'm going somewhere that I want to, somewhere I want to go, where I'm gonna have fun. Period. Yeah, because if I go out with her and I have fun, because I'm paying for this anyway, I'm gonna make sure I have a good time. She may not have a good time.
This
She may
So
nigga.
not be interested in
if
me
I
at
gotta
all.
risk it all, we're gonna have a good time.
No,
Okay.
I'm saying we don't. I don't know if she's actually interested in me at all. You know what I'm saying? Some women just go on dates just for the sake of going
Yep.
somewhere and not to be bored for the night. So because of the climate that it is, and it has turned into such a competition between men and women to see how fast I can get the panties versus how much money can I get out the dude. Now
Mm-hmm.
I suggest men do things they like to do. That way, the woman actually gets to see more of who you are as a person and what your interests are. She ain't paying no way, so either she like the experience or she don't. Either way,
So
you win because you're paying.
so let me ask you this. So you meet a chick tonight, right? And you got
Mm-hmm.
a date on Friday. Where you going?
I mean,
I'm talking specifics. Like, ooh,
no,
what's the
no,
game plan?
seriously. I mean, like like a Dave and Buster's. Like me, I would go to a place like that because I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be able to talk to her while we play little games and things like that. Because I'm really trying to see if she's really worth my time or not. So something like that is cool with me. Or I might do something I wouldn't normally do on my own. Like if there's a play in town that I want to see, maybe I would go with her to go see the play. That'd be like a time to go see a play. Or if there's a small venue like a musical act or something like that, then maybe I'll go to somewhere like that. But I'm gonna go somewhere interesting to make sure that we can talk and I can get to see what's really going on in her head. That's gonna be my main focus.
Okay. Now this is a moment of truth. Now this is gonna separate the men from the women. Now, granted, I've been asking women, is he gonna get the panties that night? Or when you go on a date with a woman, uh, uh when you go on a first date with a woman, is your intent I'm not talking specifics, so you can call. Well, I'm gonna let you answer. So, is your intent to get the panties that night, or to get to know that individual?
My intent at the moment I start talking to is to get the panties. If there's no panties involved, there's no
This nigga.
point.
Oh, okay, okay.
No,
I want the truth.
I'm just keeping it real. We talking about
I am
me
surprised by that
as
answer. I was
no
not
no no no.
expecting that answer from this nigga.
If I'm not interested in the
That's a
panties,
real
I
nigga.
ain't interested in you.
Oh shit!
Period. I got enough friends and I got enough family. I ain't looking for new ones. They'll come. They'll come when I, if I work with you or something like that, or there's something we experience together, like a work location or someplace that we go together and we may end up knowing each other. I get my friends from those locations, but I don't go out to make friends. Now, if I'm
Not my
hollering at
buddy,
you,
buddy.
yeah, if I'm hollering at you, it's the panties will sustain you when been in a relationship with me. Yeah, I'm just keeping it real. If I'm not interested in you like that, why am I wasting my time and my money on you? That don't make sense to me.
I am really
I like
surprised
to
with this answer.
no, I like to put my time and my money towards stuff I like, including women. If I'm gonna give you my time, which I can't get back, and I'm gonna spend my money on you, why wouldn't you know what I'm saying? I won't. I'm gonna do it on the people I'm interested in.
I mean, he being honest. He being honest. He's being honest. So
You
let me
know
tell
what?
you
I
something.
don't think I know what he truly looks like. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of him. I
I'm a
just
nice looking guy. I'm a
Yeah,
nice looking guy. I'll send you the picture.
he's not no dude. You walk around, you like, oh, this nigga got a hunchback. Ugh, ugh.
Yeah,
He's you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
You
I'm a
know what?
man, so I can't be like, oh yeah, he look like ooh, ooh. No,
Yeah,
none of that shit get
I'm
out of
not.
me from out. He's
I've
not a
never
bad
been.
looking
No,
dude.
no one needs to be ashamed that they walked in the door with me. Trust me. I'm not one of
what?
those types.
Let me find out. No, I'm fucking with you.
No, I feel you. I feel you. It's okay. I approve the way I look. Trust me.
But are other people cool with the way you look, though?
Ooh,
Oh damn,
Absolutely.
touche,
damn.
Absolutely.
touche. No,
Pew
No,
pew
no,
pew
no.
pew. Bang bang bang. Pew.
No. It's just a question. But the truth is, my looks have not caused me a problem in any shape, way, or form.
Okay.
I
And
need
if
to
you
dab
don't,
Nikki up on
if
that one because that question
no,
was a
no,
good one.
no, no, I'm serious. If you don't like
Y'all
what
ain't
I look
shit.
like, you see what I'm saying? I got a
You ain't
different
shit for
mindset
watching.
that a lot of people have. But if you don't like what I look like, I just feel like something wrong with you, and I just, what I'm saying, it ain't that big a deal to me.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's millions of women. I can't get caught up in somebody who, for whatever reason, think I don't look good. There's too many people that think I look good for me to be worried about the one person that don't think I look good.
And that's a real answer. That's a real answer. It just is what it is. Um, now I'm gonna be honest, and y'all probably gonna look at me crazy when I go on a first date. I'm not spending more than $20 typically.
This nigga lying.
Who's lying?
It's dates you can do for under $20. There is dates you can do for under
So
$20.
if I meet you out and about, but I'm gonna finesse you. So I'm not gonna be on some like, yeah, we're gonna date, but you got $20 limit. You can't have listen. So let's go. Hey, I like dating in the summertime especially when I'm dating. Let's go for a walk in the park. Let's go have a conversation. And we'll go get a drink. And that, both drinks, like out here in Philly, that's gonna be about $10-$12. And we might go grab some cart food because we're walking. So it's they got little street carts around here. Oh no, it's about $20. And if I like you, then I'm gonna proceed onwards with you. If I don't, then it's a problem. Now I've had some chicks demand of me that we go on a dinner date. Well, we going Dutch.
Interesting. I will say I've never done the Dutch thing. If I go out with her, I will pay. I don't mind that. But like I say, because of how things are nowadays, a guy should go to do something he likes to do. If you go to a movie, don't go to the chick flick with her. Go to the movie you want to see.
That's
Yeah,
fucked up.
it is like a first date. But if it's like a second or third date, then obviously I like you at some point, and I'm willing to spend some money, so we can go where I'm comfortable to going, and I'm gonna do some shit like Ray can tell you I have an addiction to crab meats. So typically when I go to the restaurant, you can order everything up to what I order, but you better not go beyond that.
Man, just give me some shrimp.
I mean, that's cool. Like I order, I order shrimp, I order lobster, but if you or crab, but if you order a lobster, crab, and 15 Patron shots, bitch, you on your own.
Well, I guess I can understand.
But my intention when if I go on a date with you, if I go on a date and I feel like a date is a separation from I'm trying to fuck you scenario. If I go on a date with you, I show interest in you, then I'm trying to peep your mind. I'm not trying to fuck you that night. Because I'm trying to peep your mind and see what you're about. Now, if you a cuckoo bird, or if I feel like this date ain't going, like you ain't shit, I don't feel like really being with you, then then I'm going to try and hit that night. Then I'm gonna go ahead and smash. I'm gonna admit it. I'm gonna say it. It is what it is. I feel like if you aren't wife material, then I'm gonna go ahead and try and fuck you that night.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I know I've never really heard people other than myself say this. Honestly, as a man, and I do not view this as being conceited. If you sleep with me the first night, I don't blame you. I think I'm a good catch. So
Nigga, oh my god.
I don't blame
no, it's not being conceited. The thing is, I like
That
you.
was
That's
very
why I took you
conceited.
on a date. Obviously, I like you. You see what I'm saying? So if you like me too, that means we like each other. So now we got something going. And if you
I'm sick
sleep
of
with me,
Randall already. How many
no,
how
no,
many minutes we into
I'm
this
being,
dog?
I'm being,
30.
I'm being realistic. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
it.
the last chick I went out with me, that we didn't sleep together the first night we went out. We did the second night, and we was together like a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm much more willing to spend money on the women that I'm doing something with versus the women that I'm not doing something with. I know that may sound odd to people, but I like to spend money on the stuff I like. You
now,
know,
now, let me ask you this: do any of you feel like spending money on a woman that you're having sex with is a prerequisite?
As a what?
As a prerequisite? Like you got to be
I
spending
don't
money on a chick in order to sleep with her, or do you
I
feel like
don't feel like it's a prerequisite at all, especially not nowadays. You can sleep with women for totally free nowadays.
shit, Nicole, Rain? I mean,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the
It's not a
question.
prerequisite to spend money, but the date can't be cheesy either. It's like there's things to do, like if you go to like a lake or a beach. Um, I don't like parks. Depends on where you live. If you have like mosquitoes and stuff like that, but you don't really have to spend money. But you spend money on life, so wouldn't you naturally spend money on the day? Kind of, right? Like if we get thirsty, you would buy something to drink, but you have to be like, considerate. A helicopter
so
ride's cool.
okay, whoa,
Yes,
whoa,
Nicole,
whoa,
yes. With
whoa,
lobster on the
whoa,
helicopter.
There you
Yeah,
go.
for
There
dinner.
you
whoa,
go.
whoa,
Hey, brother, that's how she kick it, ain't
whoa.
it? Hey,
She said,
that's
"Hey,
how
I'm
she kick.
thirsty. I need some Clico and a helicopter ride." Huh?
I
Oh
mean,
Hey, don't
she's.
shit.
knock it till you try it. It's fun.
Hey,
Oh shit! How did we get the helicopter ride?
I'm
I
starting to
I
like
didn't expect
Nicole
that. I didn't
more
expect
and
that
more.
so right off the bat. I didn't expect that right off the bat. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not tripping about it. I just didn't expect it.
Hold
But you know
on,
what?
I have questions. So if we go on a date and I get you a helicopter ride, is you busted it wide open?
What? No, 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 no. It's gonna be
No,
nothing
well,
to
a
do
woman
with
like her,
the
she ain't gonna say
helicopter ride.
yes.
Has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, she's not gonna say yes necessarily to anything.
I
I'm
mean,
not
Not
asking if you're gonna say
her.
yes necessarily. I'm asking, hey, listen, this is the first date. Yeah, let's go sit on a helicopter ride. We do a helicopter ride of the city. You obviously got some expensive taste, so I got some lobster for you, some champagne. Is your is that night? Is it going down? Are we Netflix and chilling?
No.
it depends on your personality. It just depends on how we vibe together. I don't think money should be your main concern. If that's your main concern on what you spend, and you already kind of ruined the date, you should just spend accordingly. And you don't want to tell me about the helicopter ride. It's supposed to be spontaneous.
Oh,
Yeah,
that you know what?
women
That
love spontaneous. You know that.
So we pop up, we going, we doing something, and then we just in front of a heliport. That's
Exactly.
spontaneous.
You just happen to
Yes, we're
drive
going
in
up
front of.
into this.
What what
The
if I can't afford a heliport? What if I can afford the subway?
What do you mean by the subway? Like public transit?
What if I
How you talking
what
about?
if
man.
Oh, trans. Oh,
public transportation? What if I
Yeah,
can
it's,
afford a Uber ride to a nice area?
um, why would we be taking Ubers? Like, are we drunk or something?
Where we
see,
we
she
might
needs it
drink.
all explained.
I don't
Okay,
think. Why would we do Uber? We would get a driver. Like, you hire a service, like to drive you.
god
Oh,
damn.
See
Listen,
that?
yes.
You see that? You see that?
Wait a minute.
You see
listen.
that?
That's not. I'm not
Told you.
materialistic though. It's just
What
that
what
that would be the thing that
what's that?
everybody does.
What's that song? It's a, she got that $1 million. Uh, Listen,
No, see, it's
helicopter
like
ride.
this. Like,
We need a driver. Listen, Uber
Hey,
is a driver.
Nicole, ain't nothing wrong with the fact that you like to do it big. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You be
that's not
yourself.
doing
You
it
be
big though.
yourself.
That's just doing it smart. If you don't want to
Exactly.
drive, then you get a
Exactly.
driver to
Yeah,
drive you, but
yeah.
not Uber.
We get that Uber driver. Lyft. How about Lyft? No.
Now she needs a personal driver only
Yeah,
assigned
you
to
get a
her.
personal driver.
Yeah. We go. I'm
Oh,
gonna hit
you
the app.
getting a limo? Yep.
We gonna hit the app, and it's gonna be Uber Black. And I'm gonna tell him. I say, hey, listen, I hired you.
Look, if
Uh,
I was going out with the guy and he had like, let's say that he brought those things up well, and I could sense that he was on a budget. At that point, I would probably take over and say, let me plan the date, and then I'll do all those things.
oh, so you paying for the helicopter ride?
I wouldn't take him on a helicopter if he's broke because he's not a helicopter kind of dude. So we would do
Whoa! Don't that make sense? Don't that make all the sense in the world? The way she
we would
just
do
said
other stuff because I don't want him to feel like, dang, she has money. So I would plan a date like around like we'll go to like a nicer area. We get a driver because I don't want to
we'll
drive.
go. So are you basically saying you're gonna go a little bit outside of his budget? Is that what you basically saying? I just
That
want to
I'll
make sure I'm here.
that I'll do what? Go outside of what?
It sounds like it's, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to get an understanding. Sounds like you'll only go like a little bit beyond his budget. That's what it sounds like.
No, we'll see. If he's on a budget, I'll seem like a jerk if I'm like, okay, let's go in the sky and get on a helicopter. He's probably never even been on a plane, so I wouldn't do that.
God damn. I mean, God, you hurt my pride. And you made me feel like you made me feel like I make minimum wage right now.
No. It's not a big deal. It's not that expensive to do that. Or like I like stuff like bungee jumping and things like that. So it's like
You doing this on a first date?
Seeker.
On a first date,
I mean,
we're talking first date. We're not talking
people,
fifth date, sixth date. We're talking first date. You bungee jumping on a first date?
Why not? I live in California, so it's not hard to do.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay, what up then?
But see, okay, so like if the guy doesn't have that much money, so depending on where you live, I live in California, so we can go to Vegas because we can drive to Vegas and we can.
Hold on. So but keep in mind this is a first date, so we going to Vegas on a first date.
Where the heck do you guys go for your first dates?
Not to Vegas.
Honestly, right, not to Vegas on the first date.
I'm not. First off, I feel like if I'm going out of town with you, we sharing a hotel room. If we sharing a hotel room, that means we sharing a bed.
Well, no,
if
we're not sharing a hotel room. We both have our own.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna say, hey, listen, I really want to go on a date with you. Can you meet me in Vegas on the 28th?
Wait a minute.
Now, I'm gonna tell you realistically, I'm never gonna take a woman to a place where we're not sharing a hotel room and we went out of town, unless I'm gonna say unless it's a family reunion because of my family. Unless you married, you ain't allowed to you ain't allowed to share a room unless you're married. That's just how it go. I didn't even have people that you know what I'm saying. My cousin, for example, he lived with his woman, and when they come to the family reunion, they still weren't allowed to share a room until after they got married. That's just the way it goes. So that's just the family. But other than that location, we ain't going nowhere together. We ain't sharing a bed.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's why I said I was planning the date though. So if I was planning, then I would get 2 rooms.
Nicole fancy as fuck.
Okay. That's just kind of typical, and it's not. So I wouldn't make me feel bad about. I have no problem paying. I don't do Dutch. One person to pay or the other one. I have no problem taking the guy out, but that's like the dialogue goes like if we're trying to get to know each other or if we're just friends, then that's okay too.
Okay. So
I
let me
ain't
ask
mad
y'all
at you,
this.
Nicole. I ain't mad
Yeah.
at you.
Anybody got like I'm talking about the worst of the worst. The shit, like I can't believe I did this. What was the worst date that you had?
Oh my god. Like ever? Oh my god.
Period, point blank. Like, oh
I know the
fuck,
worst
like
date I had, and that's
run it.
at a guy's house. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't know
well
the
tell the
etiquette
story.
of the. I didn't know like you don't just go eat up all the food when you're there. Like I think that's like when I was younger. I was really excited because he had fried chicken, and I never really had it that way.
You
So
never had fried chicken?
not that way. No, not with like the flour and the grease and all of that. So
That's right. You were raised by in the suburbs what by a Caucasian family or what?
well, it's not that. My family is Hispanic, so my family's background is Hispanic, so we grew up on seafood and like rice and stuff like that.
I'm assuming an island. What island?
My family, so our background is Puerto Rican, but my family's from Puerto Rico and Venezuela. So I didn't grow up on like the traditional soul food, and if they fried it, they did it in the oven or without like, or just without like flour and stuff. Anyways,
Right.
I was really excited to see this bowl of fried chicken. I was young, and I when they set the bowl out, I thought it was for us, so I ate the bowl of chicken, and I didn't realize that it was for
Okay.
everybody.
I got. Hold
Yeah,
on. How
You
many
know
pieces
what,
was in this
Nicole?
bowl? Did you eat a whole chicken? Did you like? I'm like
no, I
you eat a
ate
couple
that bowl of
thighs and a
chicken.
drumstick and a breast. What was you eating?
Nope, I ate that pack of chicken. It was so good. So when his family came, all they had was vegetables. They were so mad at me.
Damn.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Nicole, I'm coming out to California, wherever you at, and I'm taking you to Popeyes. Okay,
I don't. Well, no,
just
there's
for
no
one
rules.
time.
You don't know. She goes, enjoy yourselves, and
No,
I
no,
thought
I'm,
that
I'm
meant
just, I just want you to go to Popeyes with me so you can have some Popeyes chicken. That's all, and
you
that's
know
all
what?
it's gonna
I
be.
actually like Popeyes. It's so funny you said that because I went on
Oh,
my
okay,
first
okay.
ethnic date, I'll call it, and he offered Popeyes. So I was
I
really
mean,
shocked. But then he asked me for half of the money for Popeyes.
half of Popeyes? Oh, wow.
I
Damn.
was really offended.
Damn.
Yeah, that was my
Wait a
first
minute,
experience.
Jesus. Wait a minute.
That's
Wait a minute.
fucked
So
up.
this nigga took you to this nigga took you to Popeyes and asked for half of the number three.
Yeah, and now keep in mind, I flew to go see him, and I never been to Popeyes.
Oh, baby Jesus.
Wow,
In a
this joke
manger.
went way the direction I did not see it going in.
Yeah, so I was really, I'm like, I just got off
Oh,
the plane. Like, can you please feed me? And he's like, okay, this Popeyes down the street, so
hold on.
this is
I
how
got
much
hella
your half is
questions.
gonna be.
I'm
Did you
done.
fart or something? Did you fart or something? What happened where this nigga asked you for half of a $14 combo?
I mean, she flew in. She just wait a minute. She just said she flew in. Out of all due
Oh
respect, if you
shit.
fly in so we can kick it, I can cover the Popeyes. You know what I mean?
Thank you. But when he
Oh
came back without the
shit.
drink, I had him go back for a drink. Because that at least comes with a combo meal, doesn't it? Like, I don't
That
know.
nigga was mad the whole way in the store. Motherfucker got to go back in the motherfucker for a
You know
strawberry
what?
soda.
I hope
Motherfucker.
I hope you saw that very early. Because if a man don't respect you enough to get you a drink after flying in to see him, I don't even know what to say about no dude like that. I don't even know.
I ended up,
That's crazy.
well, I really wanted to, like, date within the race, so I decided to just stick with it and to see.
That's not how you stay in the race. That's not how you stay in the race. I
Well,
mean,
no, we
technically,
could have
yeah,
been, but that's
but
business,
no,
guys.
that's not it. That's not it.
Oh hell no.
He said that's not
That
how you stay in the
that was
race.
a poor representation. That was a poor representative of our race. That was a poor representative.
Yeah, that
Well,
You
nigga's
know
a
what?
whole motherfucking. He
I
either a
made him
savagely
pay
savage
because I was
or
going
he
to
a
pay
whole
him.
fucking fool. Then who paid for the plane ticket? For the plane ticket? Who paid for that?
I did.
Oh hell!
Yeah.
And then the
Oh
nigga
damn.
asked
You
you for
know
the
what?
motherfucker.
I'm
Yo, I could
sorry,
at least.
He
whoever
would have
you
got
deal
blocked
with.
and reported.
I don't know. That's not right. Like, I
It
told
was
you, like,
almost
he
a
can't.
crime what he did.
Listen,
It was
get this
almost a
nigga
crime
Facebook
what he
page.
did.
Get this nigga Facebook page so we can have some comments put on his page because he out of pocket for that.
I already got. Yeah, we didn't last like we did it for like I think we last 2 months. I think.
You should have stopped after 2 minutes.
What? Hold on. What city was this?
If I had a sister, or if I ever have like one of my little cousins ever tell me something like that, and they tell me they saw the guy a second time, I'm gonna be furious. That's number one. And I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure they never see that guy again.
Where did you meet this dude at?
Wait a minute, but you're the same guys who said your budget was $20. That would have been within your budget for the first date.
Wait a minute,
Nicole.
No.
Because
that's what you
first
guys
of all,
said.
you flew out to this man.
Nicole. Number one, you flew in. Let's respect the fact that you actually flew somewhere to see me. Okay. Number two, if you fly in and we go to the Popeye, now maybe the Popeyes was a convenient choice because you said it's right down the street. I'm trying to rationalize the situation, but maybe the Popeyes was rational for some reason. But if we even go to the Popeyes after you flying in, come on, we not splitting the bill at Popeyes. No, we're not doing that.
That's okay. That's sweet.
Yeah, like listen, every rule has an exception. You flew in to come see me, and we going to Popeye. Listen, I can come out. Like, okay, so I have a question. Where did you meet this dude, and where did you fly to? From? Where did you fly from into?
I'm from Cali. He lives in Tennessee.
So you flew across the country to meet this nigga, and this nigga took you to Popeye. He didn't even take you to Prince's Fried Chicken. This nigga took you to Popeyes, which is everywhere, a chain restaurant. He didn't get you no Bojangles, no specialty. It's only here in the South. This nigga took you to Popeyes.
Right. He took you to a place where you could have ate at home. You know, like.
Well, I would never. And plus, I told him we could have went to a grocery store. I'd rather cook any day. I prefer cooking, but.
You know what? I'm offended that nobody on your side stopped you from this madness. I'm offended. Maybe y'all didn't know any better, but I'm offended for you. You know, I'm offended.
Oh,
little baby.
Yeah, I didn't tell no one. I'm a loner, so I don't really.
So you didn't know no better. Where did you meet this dude at?
I met him online somewhere.
On Facebook, on YouTube, on POF, on Tinder.
I can't remember where, but somewhere.
Where do you think it was? Where do you think it was? How about that?
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Where was this Twitter? Was it okay? So was this social media, or was this a dating app?
No, it was. I don't do dating apps. I wanted to because when you're younger, you can't control where your parents have you. So I wanted to get in touch with my own type of people because I don't relate to the Hispanic side. Does that make sense? So I reached out to like black groups to meet black people.
So you was on Blue
you didn't
Black
meet a
Planet?
Black person. Yeah,
you was on Black
that wasn't
Planet?
A black.
No, it wasn't a dating app. So it would have been like something like maybe like Black Men, etc.
So this is a Facebook group, huh? Is that what you're talking?
Probably a Facebook group, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out. And then so so after the Popeyes and after you paid for half.
No, I didn't pay for half. I wouldn't. I'd rather go to a hotel and just.
But it was a problem that you had to have a conversation though. It was a problem that you had to have a conversation about.
Well, when he told me how much I owed him, I said, "Well, that wouldn't make sense because I'm your guest, so you have to feed your guest. That means you have to pay for me to eat."
She's teaching this nigga etiquette.
She was. That's just what she was. Cause like you flew out here and that ticket was at least $300. So
the ticket was
$800.
Yeah.
So she spent $800 on the ticket to come see this nigga, and this nigga's talking about you owe me $7. you owe me $7 for number $7.65, brother. You had a half a biscuit
for people, so
right.
Yo, this
that's
is wild.
$7.65 plus tax. Okay?
So after this part of the day, so you ate, you had a little burp. We good. Then what happened?
Well, he played video games.
Oh God. Okay, go ahead.
I did some.
Was this nigga playing Madden? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Madden or
he had
It was one of them. You know, because he extra stereotypical. I
I feel like this nigga was playing Madden. Like, yo, He was yelling on the
Probably
microphone
I
and
don't know the
shit.
games. He was just loud. Like there was like people with him on the game, like or
Hold
something.
Wait, was it a
Told you.
football game? Was it a basketball game?
No, it was like he was like interacting with people. It wasn't. It didn't seem like sports. It seems
He
like
was playing something online. He was
Was he
Call
Call
of
of
Duty.
Duty.
Yeah,
I
Call of
think
Duty.
that was it. Whoever said Call of Duty.
And
I think that's it.
I
Okay.
like Call of Duty
Aw.
myself, but yeah, he
So,
being
so
extra
I'm
stereotypical.
so I'm trying to get a picture of this. So you like, yeah, I want to see you. Yeah, I can't wait to see you too.
No, I don't.
You-
I don't even talk like that. I kind of let the guy lead like that. Like he said he wanted. Okay, I'm not. Okay, so here's the thing. So I was curious about the myth about black guys. I kind of. So
Oh shit.
you know.
Oh,
the myth.
that we fucked the shit out of you.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
that's what I was curious about. But I told him like if I go out there, that means we're in a relationship. Don't make me be like the psycho one that just stays at your house and I won't leave because if we're like gonna date, like I'm gonna be your girl, you be my guy, right?
So let me. I'm trying to recap them just for everybody listening. So you said if I come out there, if I fly out to you, I spend this $800 come out to you, I'm your girlfriend. That's
Well,
just
I didn't tell him how much the ticket cost. I was already talking to
But-
the travel agent as he was.
but-
I mean, that's
But
reasonable.
basically, you was like, if I come out here, regardless of what the ticket costs, if I come across country to come see you, I'm your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So
I
then
personally
found
see
out
that
I was
as
not the
reasonable.
girl. When he said side piece, I honestly was thinking food. So so that was my fault. But
The nigga told you was gonna be a side piece. Wait a minute, Jesus. Wait a minute, baby Jesus. He told, and I know you don't know slang. I've
No,
had
she
many
didn't know the
conversations.
lingo.
I
Right, she
know
didn't
you
the
don't know
lingo.
slang, but he told you up front you was gonna be a side piece. Like on.
yeah.
So let's recap. This nigga said you gonna be a side piece. You came out there. Hey, I'm gonna need you to spend half of this Popeye's chicken bucket. And he was playing video games. Okay, go ahead. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. This nigga sounds like a whole clown, but this shit's funny. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, we ended up. I mean, I don't know. Like, whatever. Okay, granted, I did not know this thing. I should have asked at that time. What did it mean? But I didn't want to because I wanted it to seem like I knew it. So, anyways, when I
Poor baby.
No, I feel so
You know
bad.
what? Real
Poor
talk,
baby.
Nicole. I honestly apologize on behalf of black men.
Real talk. That like
I
we can
apologize.
like that's one of them scenarios you be like, listen, I'm sorry. Like
No,
like
that
that
sounds
nigga
like
don't
something from
represent
a
us.
television episode of a television show. That's what it sounds like.
It's gonna be
I
episode of a
blame myself
television
for
show.
that one because I really that was one
No,
of
no,
those
no.
times I
That wasn't
should
your
have
fault.
asked.
That wasn't your fault. That was not your fault.
I now know
Honestly.
the side pieces.
That was 0%
That
your
nigga's an
fault.
entire clown. But go ahead.
Yeah, that
But
was
why does
0%
side
your
piece still
fault.
sound like food? You guys need different slang. 'Cause
A side piece is food. You have your
It's
main
still
meal
food,
and then
yeah.
you have your side piece. That's your little side.
And you
dish
have
or
to
whatever.
remember one thing: with a lot Puerto Ricans usually cook their food, so going out is something that would be like special, even a Popeyes kind of thing.
No. You don't have to explain anything about this dude. This dude
Okay.
is 100%
Woo.
the
So-
worst dude that you could have picked in the United
Yeah,
States.
like this nigga is legendarily
him.
bad.
Yeah, you like you.
This
Yeah,
nigga's
I
one
mean-
of the motherfuckers in Tennessee that got 37 kids. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's a
Well,
Hall
I
of
was
Fame
determined to
dude
make
for a
this
terrible
work.
pick.
I was just gonna make it work no matter what.
No.
nigga
You
got
don't
the
use
Pookie of the
those
Year
guys to make it
contract.
work. Yeah, that was not to make it work
So
type of guy.
So you what did you do? You went to a hotel? You went to his house? Where did you?
I always get a hotel, no matter what.
Okay,
Even if
so you
I
got a
don't
hotel.
book
So you've done this a few times. So go ahead. So
So
go.
he's relieved his head once he found that out.
it. Whoa! So
So
I told the guy I was a dancer, but I guess if you're an adult, they think you're a stripper.
Oh, Lord.
A stripper.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I said I was a professional dancer, and so
Oh
when
yeah,
he
he
asked
thought
me
stripper.
about clubs and stuff, I'm like, and do I
Yeah,
wanna
this
go
nigga
dancing? I'm
ignorant.
Like,
He don't know nothing about no ballet. Go ahead.
yeah, so I was like, well, take me to Cordova because that's where all the studios are, and he's just like Cordova. So I didn't go dancing at all because I don't do hip hop. I really like hip hop, but if you met me, you'd think I look funny doing hip hop. I'm not a hip hop kind of girl, you know. Salsa.
And we know that just by you calling it hip hop. We know that.
What do you guys call it? What the hell?
I can't stand you.
Wait, what do you guys call it? You don't call it hip hop. That's what it is.
Baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus.
We call it
Rhythm
dancing.
and blues. What do you call it?
No. We call it dancing, but it's cool.
Dancing.
You know
But when I
what?
say dancing to my friends, we mean
You
ballroom dancing.
no, I understand. You come from an upper class, and it's okay that you don't know stuff in the class that
Mm.
you're not involved with on a regular basis. It's okay. It's okay to
Okay,
be
so
ignorant and things you're not really familiar with. You know, there's nothing wrong with it.
well, I was gonna date this guy because I wanted to date a black guy. So I went out with
Yeah,
the guy.
Sita.
Oh,
I
I went
believe
to
you.
I went to his place instead of the hotel, and I was determined not to say anything that would, because I'm pretty straightforward. I'm pretty blunt with things, and so I
This nigga
said,
had roaches running around the crib, huh?
Come on, though.
no,
You know
there
it's
was
getting
just
worse.
one. I just
You
saw
know it's
one,
getting
and it
worse.
was dead.
Okay.
So it was okay.
So the answer is yes.
Yeah, but you know what? I liked the average house in the neighborhood. I did. I liked the average living. It was one floor, and I said it was a little scary only because it was people out, like they obviously don't have HOA, so and
I love Nicole's story. Like, it's the
what?
greatest story
No,
ever told.
but
Go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna say anything offensive at all. I just wanted
Okay.
to know when was his gardener coming? When are they gonna do the yard?
The
Wait,
only
excuse
thing
me,
missing
sir.
from this story. No, I peeped that. I peeped that.
It's not my
The,
turn anymore. So let's go to
the
rain.
only
Oh fuck.
Nicole, the only thing
Oh
missing from your
fuck.
story is Ashton Kutcher didn't jump out at the end
Well, I
and
already
say
flew out there, so I was determined to see if this myth was true.
I don't
Okay.
think she
I
Okay.
didn't.
was
So
sadly.
I don't think she
so
recognized that reference.
so you busted wide open for the nigga, and then what happened?
No, well, we fell asleep. I after the chicken, I was so tired. So we had to put that on hold.
And that's what Popeyes do to you. It put you out. Go.
Yeah, I was so sleepy, but
Did you get the
eventually we
spicy or
did.
mild?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't know
Okay.
because you said I was eating a lot, so I was just I had to slow down on eating that chicken.
So you went back to this nigga crib, right? So you went back to his crib. He was playing video games. You fell asleep. Now,
I fell
did he
asleep
wake
after
you
I
up?
ate, yeah.
Did he wake you up and like he was eating on the nookie and try to get it? Or
Okay,
like,
so if you didn't know, there's a huge difference. I know everybody says race doesn't matter. There's a huge difference for white and black guys, because white guys will ask you, they'll give you an invitation if you want to do it.
and
I
I'm
guess
sorry,
black
an
guys,
invitation?
you know, they're like, okay, honey, is it okay if tonight we kind of blah blah blah? Yeah, right. So I didn't
What?
get an invitation.
Hold on. I have a lot of Caucasian friends. I've never heard this. I've never heard this lingo. I need to ask them. I'm gonna send the text messages out right now.
I
But
don't think they know they're giving an invitation, but they definitely ask.
white friends are saying, "Honey, is it okay if I eat that pussy?"
Well, no, but they'll ask you, like, say you're dating, like, you know, tonight, like, and these are like older guys too, so maybe that's why. Like, they're
What's
like,
older? What's older?
like 45, 55, 60.
Yeah, okay. So you dealing with grandpas who are very much aware.
I like them because they can relate to me. So
I'm sorry, baby. They're older dudes. How old were you at this time?
I've always dated older guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
all right. I
teenager.
get that. But how old were you when you were fucking with these 45-year-old men?
20 maybe.
Okay, so please proceed. Go ahead. I'm
Okay, so
I'm just listening to the story. Go ahead.
anyways, I hope that is not what all guys are like, because it was just like really boring.
Ain't hardly nobody like that. That's
The sex was
almost
boring.
impossible.
Yeah.
Wait,
Nicole,
okay, hold on.
Hold on, I can't even let her think that. Nicole, that's almost impossible to
He's
find.
like, nope.
That's almost impossible to find. I'm serious. Like there was a show called Punk that Ashton Kutcher would jump out at the end. Like we're playing a joke on you, and the story you're telling sounds like it came off of Punk. That's
You know
what
what?
it sounds
That's what
like.
my life
It
is
sounds like
like.
it can't be real. What's
That's
that?
what my life is like. But see, here's my thing. It doesn't matter like what a person has, don't have financially, whatever. I got it.
I get that you wasn't judging him from that, but
we not talking about money. This whole
unreal.
story is crazy.
It sounds totally unreal. Like this
I-
could be an episode of a television show.
I want details, and mind you, Randall, I want you to run yours, and Rand, I want you to run, and I'm gonna run mine last. But I
she
want
should have
details.
ran hers last. She should have been last.
Oh shit!
Wait, this question was, what was the worst date? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
so
And it's incredible.
This is what it is. This is horrible. So
This is incredible. This is so bad. It's incredible.
I think. So what was the sex like? Why? Because you said it was boring. I've never had boring sex. Like I don't understand what that is. I feel like that's just in out in out. I'm looking you in the eyes, and
You
we
know
trying
what?
to like what
She
is
got.
boring sex? How
She
was this?
came up short no
It
matter
was
what.
just
She came up short no matter what.
That may be literal.
it was just whatever. I just wanted to say that, well, I guess black guys aren't winning after all, because if this is it, then
No, you can't judge
white
us
guys
by
are
that
winning.
dude. You can't judge us by that dude.
I don't
No,
think
we
that
ain't taking
now,
that.
but I'm just saying that I was really excited about that, and then I was let down. But
But
it did
I
get
want to know
better.
what, like, how did this sex go down that you was like, oh, this is trash, like, oh my god, like, this is
I
boring.
just kind of like more dominant guys, like just it's just he got really excited about him being there. I just wanted him to take control, like, be like the guy.
So he didn't pull your hair, he didn't smack your ass,
It's,
he didn't put a
so this
finger in the booty,
dude,
No,
none of
but
that.
one thing he did that was really
Lord
interesting
have
is when I
mercy.
met him, he put his hand in my hair, and then he like touched the roots and stuff, and I thought he was gonna pull it. So I got a little excited, but then he
He
goes,
touched
He
the
did
what,
"Oh,
the
it.
wrist,
huh?"
he
He
touched
checked
the
her
what now.
hair.
So like he put his hands over my hair, and I got excited because I thought like, "Oh wow, he's about to pull it." Like I don't know. Now I don't like when guys pull my hair, but I was excited that it was something different. But all he said, because he goes, "It's raining. What about your hair?" And I said, "It's gonna turn into a
I
curl."
Hold up,
I
nigga,
knew
wait,
it.
whoa,
He
whoa,
he
whoa,
was
let's
check he was checking
let's
her hair to see if it was real. That I
let's
Yeah,
knew
not
he
that's
did.
what it was. I knew
we
it.
that's probably fine, but I need to get into this. It's raining. Like this. It's raining comment. What does it's raining have to do? So
Because
you were
I didn't put
outside,
on like a hair thing. I don't know. I like the rain because I live in Cali. We don't in the desert. We
but
don't get a
was
lot
you
of rain.
fucking outside?
No, 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 no. We would drive.
Okay,
He picked me up from the airport.
okay.
So when it was raining outside, he's looking at me and he's like looking at my hair and he goes, "What about your hair?" And yeah, it got curly and But we got to his house. Like he asked me where's the hotel, and I told him. But I said, "But I want to see where you live." And then he said, "No." And I said, "Well, that's just kind of how it has to happen." So he went to his house and he put his hands in my hair and stuff like that. And he goes, "Oh shit, it's real." And I said, "Damn."
I knew
So
that's what he was on.
that was
I
just
knew
kind
that
of
was.
interesting to me. And there was just a lot of things. It's like, there was no drinks in there except soda, and it said like pop. So I took notes of all that stuff.
This nigga had Section 8 soda. This nigga didn't even have. He had pop,
I
strawberry
still
pop.
was okay with it. I was still okay because
You
I
know what,
already did
Nicole?
it.
You shouldn't have been okay. I understand you didn't know any better. I really do understand. I get that, and
Oh
I'm not. I'm
god.
not. Nothing. I'm saying. I'm not really not trying to down you for not knowing any better. But it's like you come from a higher place. You came
Oh
to a lower
fuck.
place, but you skipped like every floor and went straight to the basement. That's what you got to understand. You
I
went
was
straight to the
excited
basement.
that it was a normal person. It was
Mm.
well, I was still excited, and I was still. I mean, I ended
This
up falling in love with the guy. Like
this
we ended
date
up like
is so
dating.
horrible that it should be a television show. Like this should be an
So
episode from the
he
Cosby's or something.
he gave you
It's like
some
this is
trash
horrible.
dick. He tried to fill your hair up. He made you pay half on a number
Well,
2 combo from Popeyes.
right. He should at least give you some porno style something. At least for everything you went through.
Hey, I was still
so
in it.
so you was in so you down. Hey, I salute you. You down for the call. You down for the, so the sex was trash.
Man, she flew
And
in for it. She had to do what she had to do. That's all I
and
can say.
what happened after the fact? What did you did you did
Oh
you
no,
stay
I
a
just
couple
said
more
let's try
days?
again.
Man,
Okay,
because
so
I
she
you
just
was
thought
said
that's
let's
how
try
real
this
life was
again.
supposed to be.
Huh?
so
It
he
was.
gave
I
you
just
the
said let's try again because
he
sometimes nerves and all
he
that.
didn't smack that ass from the back. He didn't flip you over. He didn't grab you off the edge of the bed and put the legs up in the air. And ha ha ha.
Oh
None of
She
that.
gave the
no,
man.
no.
You know
This
what?
nigga, Brandon.
Giving him a second chance is almost unbelievable.
She might be a saint.
I mean, you really need to
Yo,
go
I
into the
would
Hall
have
of Fame. Like,
look. He would
no,
have
no,
hated me.
this Nicole, you got to understand. Your story is so horrible, and
We're
it's
gonna
no fault
go
of your
to
own.
Rain now.
This is no fault of your
I'm
own.
gonna listen in and see what
No,
you
no,
guys are
This
talking
is
Nicole,
about.
horrible.
this is no fault of your own, but your story is like if me and my friends sat together and thought and we tried to come up with the worst date possible, it would take multiple dudes to come up with a date this bad. It
Really?
would take
Was it that bad?
one
Oh,
guy ain't gonna think of all this
this is a
terrible stuff on his
teamwork
own.
fuck up effort. Like, yo,
Yeah,
like,
like
niggas,
I would need my guys with me
oh
to come
god,
up with how bad this date is gonna go. This is
Yo,
straight
I
out
can't
of an
wait
word.
to tell my
episode of.
friend about this date tomorrow. I'm like, say, man, listen to this story.
No.
I
It can't be worse than this
it
one.
was
It can't be
something
worse than
good
Nicole.
that happened from the
oh
date.
no, I got you, but because I had a bad scenario, but I'm gonna wait till then. Okay, Rain, go ahead and tell yours because Rain
No,
knows my story. Rain got one. Go ahead. The
No,
worst, my nigga, the worst.
No, I still
I didn't even
apologize
think
again to
straight.
Nicole.
I was thinking about
Nicole, I
Nicole too.
apologize.
thank you.
I have one. Oh my god.
We know it's not as bad as hers. We already know that.
Yeah,
So
thank
they don't
God.
even
Like,
nobody can put that expectation on you. No, we know it's not gonna even be close to
oh
what
god, I
Nicole
really
experienced.
thought it was, but shit. Like, well, oh god, this one. So, I met this guy off Plenty of Fish. This was years ago. Oh, this is about to be so bad. It's embarrassing.
Not
So we're
after what she
talking
just said.
about. We talked for a while on the phone, and like I was always busy, so I didn't have time to like go on dates. So one day I just decided to go out, and it was just me and the baby. Well, one of my babies, and we went. I don't know. I was like, I'm at Red Lobster. I said, fuck it. Oh, I just went to Red Lobster. I was kicking it. I was chilling, just trying to chill by myself. So the dude, I think he stayed in the same area where the Red Lobster was. And he was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Oh, we're just texting back and forth." And I told him where I was. The nigga showed up at Red Lobster. Oh,
Goddamn,
You
I
said he
was like,
showed
"What
up
the
what?
fuck?" He showed up
the
at
nigga
Red
showed up
Lobster.
at the restaurant.
So I'm just kind of
Yeah.
like, wow. And I'm like, this is not how I want to meet you with the kid. And this is awkward. Like, I don't bring people around my kids like that. So it was just like,
Oh yeah.
ew. But I tried to give him a pass because he seemed cool. So of course, like I ordered
Oh.
food, he ordered food. We're just talking. We're eating, and I'm like, oh, it's time to go. I was like, because of course my baby is doing. So I was just like, yeah, let me take. We can do this again another time.
Mm-hmm.
So we get the tickets, and like I looked at mine, like the bill was like I think it was like $70, which is not a lot, but me, I was like, fuck that. I was like, "Can you split these in half?" And he looked at me like, "Oh, you're not paying?" What? No, nigga. Oh,
Nah. So
he,
wait. So this nigga showed up. This nigga showed up, and he popped up on you. This nigga said, "Poop,
popped up
I'm here.
on me.
Hey, bitch, you at Red Lobster? I see you. Oh, you got the baby with you? Hey, okay. I'm gonna order my food." And it said, "Oh, but you not paying?"
No,
You say
you know what?
you,
The
you,
like
you
I
live
had
in that.
ordered already before he had got there. He ordered what's the big, the shit they do every season, like the big, like it's like 30, 40, it's like 30, $35. It's like the
I
It's
think
like
shrimp,
they do
a
crab
seafood
legs.
unlimited
combo.
Forty.
unlimited crab or
The
unlimited
seafood combo.
unlimited shrimp combo or some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm. It had the baked shrimp, the fried shrimp, the crab legs,
Yeah,
the
Oh,
unlimited
I
shrimp.
remember.
I
Oh,
was
not the
I
ultimate
was
seafood.
like, I don't think I'm about to pay for your shit. So
So
like
so a
it's all
stalker
that.
showed up because you was living that butter biscuit lifestyle. You was living the butter biscuit lifestyle. So he showed up on your personal date with yourself and your child,
Right.
and then said you had to pay. Now that's not quite as bad as Nicole's. It would be really hilarious had I not just heard
It's gonna
Nicole's
get
story.
worse.
This would be really
Not
hilarious.
as bad as mine. I think that's bad. No. Yeah.
Oh, it's bad, but nothing beats yours. Yours take a team of writers.
But she's not done,
These
so
niggas
you
need to
never
be
know.
executed all day.
She's
Wait,
not
so
done.
it was so embarrassing because I felt kind of bad because it seemed like he couldn't pay for it. So because me, I pull out my card. The lady takes his, come back. I give her a tip. Whatever. He's over there like flipping through his wallet, like he pulls
Yeah, he
out.
trying to figure it out. Like, nigga, I
Yeah, he
wasn't
should have
prepared for
showed
this,
up.
nigga.
Yeah, he should have
I
showed up.
wasn't
He should have
prepared for
went to the
this, nigga. I
bathroom
thought I
and
was
called
gonna
somebody.
win.
Showed up on me.
Yeah.
So I was like
Uh,
thinking to myself, I was like, do I leave him?
yes, yes, exactly what you
You
do.
didn't bring them. You didn't even
Really? You
bring
guys
them.
are saying yes. Okay.
Yes, I burnt off on him. I was just like,
She didn't
yo,
bring him to the restaurant.
That nigga rode up on you. That
Yeah.
did you say, hey, yeah, I'm at Red Lobster. Won't you slide through? No, that
no, I
nigga
didn't
pulled
tell
up
him to
on
slide
you.
through.
And then he
He
goes to Red Lobster with no money. Oh, who does
Yeah,
that?
ended up
nigga was
paying
doing too
for it.
much.
Exactly.
Like, no, I'm not gonna hug you or
That
get
nigga missed out on his
you.
whole rent. This nigga's
So
rent was a whole couple of days late. He was hey, listen, my fam, listen. I'm about $35 short right now, right? So, what had happened was,
That nigga didn't even have enough dignity. He didn't have enough dignity to go into the bathroom and go through his wallet, knowing he's gonna be a little bit short. He didn't have enough dignity to do
bro,
that.
Was he
He do it
cute?
in front of her.
he
What's
was
that?
he was about an
Did
eight,
he look good?
7, 8. It gets
8.
worse. So we went to
It's good.
I think like a couple days later he had hit me up to like go to the movie. He was like, go out for real. I was like, bet, got a sitter, everything was good. So I pull up to his place and we were gonna ride together from his place. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm so black. So we get there, he was like, oh, I don't really want to go to the movies. I don't feel good. We could just watch smooth TV here. I
I
was
was
like, damn,
wondering. I was
nigga.
wondering what y'all discussing who was paying for this, but now I see why it wasn't discussed. Okay, go ahead.
I fell for the okie doke. So I don't even remember what we watched. Like we were there, we were just watching whatever. So it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so. This is the very thing. I can't remember about to tell the story. Okay, fuck it. I don't care. I wish I
Yes,
remember.
after I told mine, you're gonna tell your
I
story.
sure would tell y'all the name. So we end up having sex. Man, let's
oh, wait a minute,
just
nigga. Wait a minute, Jesus.
Hey,
Wait a minute. You let
bro,
this nigga
bro,
bust it down.
bro, bro. I told you don't take a lot nowadays. You
look.
It
don't take a
don't.
lot.
It really don't. Now,
Look,
and I'm a dog ass nigga. But even for me, I'm like, God damn, bitch, you gave you some pussy?
wait. Like I said, I was trying to see something, and I
You was
got my
trying to
We
answer.
see
know.
his dick. That's what you was trying to see. Go
We
ahead.
know. Yeah, we know. And you saw it
You
too.
was trying to see that nigga dick
What were you
all
trying to
day. Go
see?
ahead.
She
Okay,
was
because
trying to see what it was there anything good about him.
ruin the
Oh,
whole relationship for me or anything. So I was like, he seems cool. He might have some money issues. He has 1 bedroom, no kids. I could tell this is like a bachelor type pad.
mm.
So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. We had sex and it was horrible. He couldn't stay up. It was very disappointing. Like I was just like, I'm ready to go. Like I had one of those excuses like I forgot he got up and was like, "Fuck, hold on, let me." Like he had like took the condom off. He was trying to make himself get hard again. He was like, "I think the condom's not making you hard." No, we're still not having sex without condom. Ugh. Fuck. So
Oh,
I text my sister real quick, like, "Fam, I need you to
Call me with
call
the
me in like
emergency.
5 minutes and ask me
Playing
something."
Alpha 52, nigga. Alpha 52, call me back.
And she was like, "Okay."
Saying,
So he comes back and he's like, "Okay, I'm ready." Phone ring. Boop. Yes. Thank you. Like, get out of here. I was like, "Oh, I gotta go. Something happened." He was like, "Oh, when can I see you again? I will text you." He was like, "Okay." But you know what I'm happy about? Around the dating phase, I used to only give out like, do y'all know the app called Kik? The
Mm-hmm.
Kik app. I never gave out
Mm-hmm.
my number. I would only talk to people with Kik. So me block, he was blocked immediately. Like I think I made it to the car and went about my business because it was just I was so depressing. It
I'd
was
have been
that was
I
depressed too,
get it.
nigga.
depressing.
I
God
That's
understand
damn.
it. I understand.
like
Trust me, I do.
All right,
Well,
Raj.
guys should say that. They need to if they're not good in bed, like they should have like a disclaimer before you get to know them.
This nigga said they feel like some shit that should be stapled on your forehead. Your dick rating is
Well, you need to say that
trash.
so we know going in that this
Nigga,
isn't a good deal.
niggas got a dick
Des, you
yoke.
wouldn't go
Your
in if
dick
he
rating is
told you that.
trash.
No,
no,
So,
I feel like you should lift up the shirt and on the side of the dude's rib it should be like this is sexy. It cannot get on hard.
I think that's good. You guys want to
uh,
know if we have real hair. You should at
y'all just
least say if they're
y'all
good
just gotta
looking.
y'all gotta start yelping dick. That's just what it is. What it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. But if a
Well, I've
nigga
been
told you
stolen before.
my dick is absolute trash, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna have sex with him.
Unless, well, I don't know, because I've been with like older guys, so there's things that you have to know going into a relationship with the older guy,
Second
and
man,
they're
you gonna have to
pretty
take a
open.
blue pill.
No, sometimes
He's
they need
watching
a pump,
Matlock.
like they gotta pump it.
No, he's watching in the middle of the night.
Oh,
This nigga
Cause
watching
there
the
ain't about to be no
OG.
other heat. Ain't about to be no other heat.
Oh
you know,
shit! Wait a minute. Wait. So you fucking with niggas that gotta pump their dick up,
yeah. Well, he wasn't. I
baby?
don't even know how to pronounce that word. If
You
I do,
poor baby. I'm
No, no,
saying
no,
you just
no. You know
you
what? You know
taking
what?
L's all day. Hold on.
Bro,
Now. At a certain part,
leave her alone. Cause if I get that old, I like it's nice for me to know some young things out there. Take care of me.
I'm also a taker. I know
she
how
gonna
to
wait
do
for a nigga to pump it
treatment.
up. Hold on, baby. I got you. I'm gonna tear that
No,
pussy
I
up.
pumped it
Pump.
first. No, you pump it for them, and then some of them need a shot. You give them a shot.
You
I
giving
think
out
that's
shots
gonna
for the
be the
dick?
funniest
Oh
shit I've
God,
ever done.
Wait,
Oh
you
Nicole,
my
do
Right.
side effects of the pump?
Nicole, baby, you giving out shots for the dick?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
next
Because it's
level with
gonna
it.
hurt you and not me. So I'm into that.
Oh, hey,
You know
listen,
what?
baby.
You know
I'm
what,
gonna fuck
Donnie?
the shit
This is a
out of you.
great show because she giving hope out here. She giving
I
people gonna hear this. They gonna have all kinds of hope.
Ooh, listen, little baby. I'm
Yeah,
gonna fuck you up, young whippersnapper. Just give me a
yeah.
shot right here. Put in my ass cheek, and in
That-
about 10 minutes, I'm fuck
no,
the.
it
Oh,
goes
woo,
in your
I'm gonna
thing.
make that
It has
pussy
to be in
swell
your.
up.
Yeah,
Most
it
old
goes in
guys
your
be like,
thing.
"Give me 30 minutes, I'll be back."
Yeah.
No, you have to help them, or else they're gonna be embarrassed. You have to be a part of the process.
My
So you what you
nigga.
do.
She said, or
See,
be embarrassed. She
she
sound
talking
like a
about a part of the
motherfucking
process.
social. She
You
sound
know,
like a
no,
motherfucking social worker.
no. You know what? I'm gonna give her
Hey,
credit.
no,
She sound like she's down. Like she would actually make a good woman thinking
I'm
like that.
saying.
Because if you
I'm
having those
saying.
type of
if I'm
troubles
in
as
it,
a
I'm in
man,
it. If I'm in it, I'm in it. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna work with you with what you have. So I learned that if
Fuck
you
that.
give them a shot, you go to dinner. So you give them
you know
time
what?
to
I
shut.
applaud you, Nicole. I applaud you. You sound
Hell
like a
no.
damn chick. That's all I can say. You sound
She
down.
giving nigga.
Thank you.
She
Real
giving
talk.
nigga dick shots. She waiting for nigga to pump the dick up. Hey, Nicole is about that life.
Yeah.
It
Because
was
honestly,
that.
Paying half
I
for some
thought
Popeyes, nigga. You
Somebody
can't
got
beat
to
that.
do it.
no,
You
no,
got to,
real
because
talk. I thought once you get to that age where it just don't do what it's supposed to do, I thought it was over
Mm-mm.
with. So
No,
now
no, they
she
have to
telling
treat
me,
it now.
Roger,
They have,
she telling me like even after the end, you can still make it happen.
Oh dear baby
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. And he told his buddies what I did too, and they asked for like if I would counsel their girlfriends. So I'm all about
Oh,
See,
business.
see,
she
So
she
I
became a
spread
whole
hope.
savior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she spread hope. She spread
Yeah,
hope
so I
out
helped
there.
their girlfriends like give their men treatment, and I told like so we would have like date nights, and literally we were giving out shots, like shots,
She
but not alcohol.
she ho Jesus out in this motherfucker. She just coming
this nigga
through.
said the whole. Jesus.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, these guys were they were excited,
Oh,
and the machines were super cool.
Nicole is the GOAT, like all day.
Nicole,
Like
Nicole, real talk.
What?
You the great. You the greatest.
Hey,
You the
oh,
greatest.
if you're with someone and you meet them where they are, and if I go out with you, I already have an intent to date you and be your
No,
girl. So
listen,
I'm
Nicole, I
in.
wish I would have found you about a year ago. Listen, I'd have shot the club up. I'm not even gonna bullshit.
Nicole, I'm talking about yeah, for a person with that type of care, like man, real talk, I could build with something like that, somebody like that. Like, yeah, that's gonna
I'd have
make me
shot the
think about
club
some
Oh
up.
no,
things.
I'm.
Like,
Oh, there's not a lot that's gonna scare me away. Like I said, if I'm already going out with you, but then that's a difference in culture too. Which
oh,
it's good and bad. It's like so
what
if we
culture is
go
shooting dicks up?
none, zero, zero. I just mean like if I'm going out with you, I have an intent to date you. Like
Oh
I'm
No,
my
no,
interested.
God.
Or
and that's the way it should be. That's the way it
yeah,
should
it's
be.
like
I'm
I'm
just
not going
saying,
out for. I could try
you
my.
you
I prefer to
you
eat
Listen,
food.
listen, fellas.
you've
I just
proven your greatness. You've
anybody
proven your
listening,
greatness.
if Nicola's single, she's out here, she's ready to mingle. She's looking for serious motherfuckers only. If you
I'm
niggas out here
single.
is trying to get her in the game and trying to have her split a Popeyes bucket, don't even come around. Nicole is
Exactly,
looking for
man.
niggas that's gonna take her out and put her on a
Yeah.
helicopter. That's gonna do her
Don't even
right.
disrespect. Yeah,
That's
don't
gonna that
disrespect her.
she don't like her hair being pulled, but she like that ass smack. She wants some wild, freaky shit, and she's willing to
It's
wait until you can
advertised.
pump your dick up. Nicole is a keeper, fellas.
He sounds like a radio. Like yeah, you have a
Right.
great voice for
Fellas,
radio.
fellas,
Hey, you worth
just
being
understand.
advertised.
Nicole is about that life. You looking for a down ass chick? We got one. Now she ain't with that criminal, but she with that dick pump life. Get with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Rain, I was find out and dip on your ass. X.
Yeah,
Ray,
yeah.
Ray, you
Not
wouldn't
that.
even pump it up for
No.
Nicole, you just earned a lot of points with me. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
high to you as a person,
I'm
man, the
an open
respect level
book.
just went up so
Nicole
much.
is also sponsored by Nike.
God damn.
Hey, I'm an open book. You know, yeah.
She
No,
just do it.
it's cool.
Pump
It's
it up.
cool. But that first date you told us about, that I mean, that's just
Oh
so
shit.
unbelievable. Real talk.
Yeah,
Don't think
Oh
that's not
shit.
real life. That's not real life. Real talk.
I felt bad
That's
for
not
you,
real
man.
life.
Really, well, I'm
Pole
learning
babe.
a lot, and I'm determined to date. I still want to date within my own race, but I'm
No,
done
you
with
date
the
within your own race, but not like that. That's not
not
dating
like
within your own
that.
race.
No,
That's
but
like dating
guys,
another species.
I'm a
I got
workaholic
I
too, so they have to
I got
understand
a
that.
cousin for you. I got a cousin for you. He makes good money. He's got one child. He's currently dating a chick. He waiting for her to fall off. But if he was to
Wait,
meet
why is
you,
he
I
waiting for her to fall off? Like she's gonna die?
I'm waiting for her to fall off because she's a
Oh,
crash test dummy. So
No. She gotta be my homie, Joe. Real talk. He got one kid too. You know what I'm saying? Cause she out here for real with it. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
She out
I
here
look.
think
for
it's
real.
better not
oh
for guys
shit.
how much I work because I work a lot
Ain't
and
ain't,
I
ain't
have
don't nobody care. Don't nobody care.
no.
Not my
You'd be
man's.
surprised.
No,
Guys
no.
don't
No,
like
no,
that.
no, no, no. I'm talking about my homie. You good. He got one kid. You got a couple
Look.
kids. Y'all'll be all right. Y'all'll be all right.
But okay, so we got these two stories out. This
Okay, what
motherfucking
about you
stories is
guys?
getting worse. Raj, what we talking, Raj?
Okay, my thing is, I've really never had a bad date because if if it's bad, I spot it before the date, and we just don't do it. Now, I would just to give out a good story. Uh, there was a chick I went out with twice, and she's a cousin to some friends of mine already. So we went out twice. Now my thing is, if we going out and you like me, you know what I'm saying? We sleeping together. That's just how it is. I know a woman likes me because she's sleeping with me. You know what I'm saying? So now this particular person, she didn't do nothing after 2 dates. So I just hit her up. Like she called me one time. She had a conversation with me before I hit her up. She had a conversation with me, and she was talking some nonsense. That's all it really was in my book. But part of that conversation was, I really don't know how I see you yet. If I see you as just a friend or a romantic interest, or I just don't know where I see you yet. I said, okay, well that's absolutely fine, but I'm gonna tell you where I'm at. I don't need no friends. I ain't talking to you to make more friends. I got plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? And I say I don't want to sound bad to you, but I got a big enough family that it's hard for me to see my family and friends as it is. So I'm not even really interested in your friendship if that's all you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I guess she didn't think I was serious. You know, so after that phone call, like I think maybe it was the next day or two, I hit her with a text like, so what's up? Are we having sex or is this over with? You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So she, you know what I'm saying? It took her off guard or whatever the case is. Now, like I say, she's friend. I know, I have friends that are related to her. So uh, I mean, she responded to me with something, but I'm like, look, I ain't got time for all that messing around and playing or whatever. Like, I'm just summarize. I'm not here to play with you and all that. You already know if you like me like that or not. If you ain't talking about having sex with me, I already know you don't like me. I'm not gonna be offended, and I ain't worried about it. It's just not my concern at that point. So you either getting down or you're not. Just tell me what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. So she didn't elect to do anything, and then it's like I guess she called herself trying to tell on me. So she like told the people that we know in common, and they like, Did you not know who you went out with? You know, like you're not telling on him where we go about to laugh or joke about it or say something. That's him being for real. He's dead serious. You know, and if you didn't know that about him, something wrong with you. That dude don't play about nothing like that. So, like I say, I've never really had a bad day because when I found out that people weren't kind of in an off position, I just really won't date them. But I do have a thing about if a woman, if she ain't sleeping with you in 2 weeks or 2 days, depending upon how it rolls,
Wow.
she just don't like you. And as a man, you need to let your ego go and leave her alone. Because at that point, now it's you spending time and effort trying to convince somebody to like you, which to me is just a poor use of time and money.
What if she's
If
a
you gotta
virgin?
if she's a virgin, she's not having sex with anybody, so that's totally understandable.
Okay.
But how many virgins are you gonna meet in the black community? Not that many.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be realistic. Like, outside of high school, when the last time you met a virgin?
I have a friend that's a virgin.
I've heard about
is
virgins.
30 years
I do
old.
know they exist. I do know they exist. I actually got a friend that actually works with a virgin. If he still works that same job, he works with a virgin. So I know they exist out there. It's just
So
they
that
so rare to
wouldn't
come
make you
across
want to
though.
marry her, knowing that she's a virgin. Like, wouldn't you go
Why
after
not?
a woman like that?
Yeah, that's a plus if she a virgin. She
That's
ain't
what
no
I would
hoe.
think.
She's
Okay.
not a hoe. So that you actually found a woman that's not a hoe. That's I don't see how that's bad.
Because you see when guys are like, "Oh, there's something wrong with her. She's still a virgin." But no, I know this girl is just
I've
looking.
never
She
heard
doesn't
an
see.
intelligent man ever make that statement.
Well, he
Now I don't
wasn't
know what kind of
intelligent,
dummies.
but
Exactly.
yeah.
My thing is you got to measure who makes a statement. Sometimes when you talk about what people say,
Well, he
I
has a
don't
big
necessarily.
following though.
That don't mean you're smart. Yeah, it's easy for an idiot to get following because idiots watch other idiots. The
That's
same
true.
way, even and a lot of Americans are just slow and stupid. And you know what I'm saying? And we just don't call them out for it. I personally knew, and you deal in politics. I personally found out Donald Trump was going to win the election when I found out he was running. And people was asking me, how did I know that? I said he had a hit television show. America's so stupid, they're going to elect him just because he's a celebrity.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna win.
So I know people in general are stupid. So when I talk about what people say, my thing is, are you talking about what a stupid person said, or are you talking about what an intelligent person said?
It says
And when is the last
something's
time
wrong
you
with
heard?
she's a virgin.
Well, that's my
Something is
point.
wrong.
When's the last time you heard an intelligent man say something about a woman being a virgin as a bad thing?
That's true.
Wait a minute. What did I walk back in on?
Brain.
I'm kind of like, no, because I heard that virgin thing, and
No, what I was saying was, when's the last time you heard an intelligent man say anything negative about a woman being a virgin? I don't think you're
a
gonna hear
lot,
that.
a
An
lot.
A
intelligent
lot.
man?
You've heard of intelligent people be like, yeah, virgins ain't shit.
I've heard, just,
They
yeah.
say something's wrong with
No,
her. She's still a
not
virgin
saying
after
the
a certain
virgins ain't
age.
shit. It's just there's
You heard this
people
A
from me.
virgin
specifically.
woman. A
I'm not
virgin
talking about
woman.
women. I'm right. I'm talking about a man saying a
A
virgin is
man,
bad.
yeah. I want to say
Oh,
his name
a
so bad,
virgin
but yeah.
man
No,
being.
no,
No,
a
a
man
guy saying
stating that a virgin woman would be a bad thing.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Like
they're
it's
like
just
And
What
you
are you
think they're
hearing?
intelligent?
basically it's not that they're saying virgin women ain't shit. It's just honestly
why is she
what
still a
can a
virgin after 20
virgin
years?
honestly do for them? Because it wouldn't be satisfying for them.
And
Yeah,
how many of these niggas who are saying this got no
it's
kids, a regular job, and are looking for a woman that they can marry?
I know I know a couple people in real life that said that to
They said,
me.
I don't want no virgin. I want a freak.
Yeah,
And
I
those
want
I'm
you
guys
a
probably just
housewife.
talk too. Those guys
yeah.
okay,
probably
Donnie,
just
you
say
know
it on
my
social
friend
media.
What
If
that
you
you
has
know?
believe
no
that,
kids
I'm gonna need you
and
to better your circles. I'm gonna need you to better
he
your
has
circles. That's all I'm
he
saying.
has um but Donnie, you know my friend that has no kids that is doing very well for himself. We've talked
But see, so here's something I I said this before, and we and I just didn't really dig into it, but I felt like
He think
he
like a
don't want
woman,
that.
don't he?
He
He
don't
think
want
like a
that.
woman, don't he?
I
no.
I'm
don't
just asking. I don't know
I
who
don't
y'all
think he
talking about.
I don't think he's a woman, but I don't think
No,
he
no. I
want
say
that.
he thinks like a woman. That's what
No,
I'm
I
asking.
don't think it's like women. It's just some men. They
I
don't want to.
that
Okay,
particular dude,
think
I don't
about
think he
the
want
work
nothing.
you have to put in. Some men don't want to put in the work with a virgin.
And I understand that,
You
but
can
how
find a regular
I don't
woman with no
consider that
kids that
individual
and
as somebody who wants something and from a woman
Right.
long term. So I feel like so I've always told you at
because
the
a
end of the
lot of
day
okay,
I
wait,
want a
before
wife.
you say that, a lot of virgins they tend to say you get with a virgin and you take her virginity. Once that gate is open, you never know. Like he can flip on you. A lot of guys don't. They don't want to take that gamble and be like, okay, she's open. Like now she can just do whatever, and
But you the
they
only
want to
person she ever
go.
had sex with, so yeah,
But
of course
Yeah,
she
any
gonna
woman
be all
can
up
flip.
Some
in your
women
face.
want to
like
experiment.
it's your job to go.
What?
I think the odds are better if you have a virgin.
It's your job to go down that path. So
Yeah.
at me and my dog stage, I've never wanted to be like, oh yeah, no, she a virgin. Oh yeah, nah. And I've been like, oh yeah, I want to fuck with virgin because you can't do nothing for me because I'm trying to fuck. Like I'm trying to have
A lot of
sexual
guys don't
relations
want to wait till
and
marriage. You find like
and bust that nut.
No. But that's different than saying being a virgin is bad. You
Right.
admitting that
oh
you
no,
don't want to
they're not
wait is
Oh,
not
saying
saying being a
okay.
virgin is
no,
bad.
no, no.
That makes
I
sense.
wasn't saying
Okay.
that. They weren't saying like being a virgin is bad. They were just saying like they don't want to be with somebody that's a virgin.
Now it's
Okay,
weird.
well that's
Right. But the
understandable. That's
context with that
understandable.
is for the most part, the dudes who are saying they don't want to fuck with a virgin, they don't want to mess with a virgin, they're not looking for shit but sex. So if you fuck with a virgin, virgins are clingy, they feel some type of way, you took their virginity. It's a whole mess that you don't want
Mm-hmm.
to deal with. You would rather
Okay.
a hoe to sleep with or a chick
But why is she a
that's been had her
hostess?
virginity lost. Well, I'm not saying that she's a hoe. I'm just saying you would rather a hoe. You would rather a chick
Okay.
that's been out in the world who because all you really want ultimately is to bust that nut and go to sleep.
What if you do and
So it's the
she won't
difference
go home
from
though?
okay. So have you ever seen the movie the Wedding Crashers?
No.
Okay, I don't watch movies, but I heard of
Okay,
it.
so there's a wedding movie called Wedding Crashers. So they crash the wedding, and Vince Vaughn is one of the actors in this movie. And tears coming down his eye. Like he didn't work this story the fuck out. Meets this chick, takes her on the beach, he fucks her. She tells him, "I'm a virgin," and his whole world fucking crumbles because he knows what's coming next. He
Absolutely.
goes
Like
to
you didn't tell me that beforehand.
he goes to the homie. He's like, "Listen, we gotta evacuate. We gotta escape. I got stage 4 clinger."
Wow.
He like stage 4 clinger. He's like, "Yeah, we're talking virgin here," and the whole motherfucking rest of the movie because they end up being stuck with this chick on the island and everything else. She's jumping on him. She's clingy as fuck. He's trying to escape this bitch. Like I can't do it. Oh god. She's like, no,
Stopping.
silly. I because it was a whole thing. But all he wanted was to bust a nut and go to sleep. So there's a difference between I'm looking for a legitimate woman that I can be with long term. You're a virgin. Okay, cool. I I wouldn't mind that if I'm talking long term with you. However, if I'm just trying to bust a nut, then yeah, you are a problem.
Well,
Wow.
my thing is, if you're a virgin, you're an instant candidate for long term. Even if I thought you was something else, the fact that you're a virgin, now you just became marriage material.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Until she's a psycho virgin that want
No,
to
no,
flip.
no, no, no. First of all, women are crazy. Period. So
No, that's different
any
than being a
grown man that
virgin.
ain't figured that out, he already in for a world of hurt.
Are
It's
women
only about
crazy
picking
or
the
the
crazy you can
guys
stand.
crazy?
No. Women
Oh,
are
women are
crazy.
crazy.
Y'all are. You definitely are.
Women are
G-
crazy.
I
But,
can't
Guys,
but, but
guys,
believe.
what he's saying to you is
guys
it's the
are far
difference.
more logical.
It's the difference between a brand new car and a car with 60,000 miles on it. They both might be BMWs, but you look at a BMW, you be like, God damn, that's a fly ass BMW. Well, how many miles on it? 90,000. Well, how
Yeah,
many
I'm gonna
miles
pay
on
the
this one?
same as that brand new one. Yeah, I'm not paying the same as that brand new one.
So
Oh,
instantly you look at it, but then you find out in the little report like, yeah, both of these motherfuckers is prone to catch on fire.
so
Yeah.
would
That
you like date a porn star then, since you know like she's gonna be good at her
no,
job? No.
no,
Okay.
no. Because
I
I
She's not
mean,
marriage material.
I would date a porn star, but it's not going nowhere.
But what if you fall in love with her? She like
Hater.
really
It's impossible.
I'm
She's a
not falling in
porn
love with
star.
the bitch.
Right, it's impossible. She's a porn star.
I'm
Okay,
trying
I
to
got
pull
you.
stunts, nigga.
Since y'all,
I'm
since
I'm
y'all got some
impressed
porn
because she
stars,
made
are
my
y'all
dick
dating?
disappear.
If
I'm
y'all
going,
date a
ooh.
stripper, I gotta hear this.
What
Y'all date
what'd you
strippers?
say?
Oh, I've dated a
If y'all
few.
date a stripper,
And I'm gonna need you to
yeah.
suck it to my pocket when you come home. And I'm gonna need you to
Me-
bring one of them bitches from the stage with you. Hey, listen, this new
You know
bitch
what?
new.
My
Bring it to the
What?
crib.
it would depend on it. It depends on how far into stripping I catch her, because it's the difference between a person who just started stripping and a person who's been stripping for a long time.
I
You
I
know,
I don't give a fuck what the scenario is. I'm not gonna wife you. No, no.
no.
However,
If I catch
But
somebody
she
who
knows
just
both
started
tricks.
stripping and she's an idiot because you know what I'm saying, she don't know how to put herself in a better situation, or she's let people use her and now she got all these money issues. If she just started, okay, well
off
then yeah,
This
that's
nigga.
considerable. Or
for
you know,
me,
if
off
there's
rip,
some
Okay, let's just
I'm not
dance
considering
for
you.
like 2 years.
For off rip, I'm not gonna consider you. However, if you come in and you stick around, and so I look at it as like a karate class, right? So every little kid took a karate class. But how many little kids out of everybody who took karate
Did he cut out for y'all?
Yeah, I thought it was my phone.
shows you?
Okay,
he
I
was
thought it was
cutting
me.
out.
Okay, can you
But
hear me? So
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. A stripper is not absolutely impossible, but it's extremely improbable.
But
Fuck
she
out of
has
here.
good business skills if she's a stripper, though. Like, there's the ones that just drink and party, and then there's the other ones that I can say that girl, honest, she uses it as a stepping stone, and she's a good business person, and she knows how to sell. I don't mean sell herself like Prestige, but like sell herself like in the business world. No,
Yeah, but
so there's some.
being a stripper is legitimately an easy way to make a lot of money quick. So that's why I say
yeah.
she may has a story that can really give some type of understanding to why she's in this position. But then she just could be a person that just really has no morals. You don't really know. You know what I'm
I
saying?
So
agree.
So that's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna say it's necessarily improbable. I mean impossible. You would have to kind of know what the situation is and why she's doing it.
So,
They're pretty
anytime
fun.
I date a chick, regardless of what your scenarios, you a virgin XYZ, virgin. So like I said, I put you in the category of my karate class. Everybody shows up for the karate class, and then people eventually fall off. Now, if you are a stripper, if you are some chick that I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna put you in the back of the class. Now, if I feel like you are a prime candidate for marriage or whatever, you're gonna be in the front of the class. Now, regardless of who starts wearing the class, eventually motherfuckers is gonna fall off, and somebody's gonna
Yep.
get a black belt. So if you stick with me through thick and through thin, and you was a ratchet, nasty, old crazy stripper, but you done stuck out through the karate class, you out here flipping niggas over and doing the hey, Kia, and you done got your black belt, then you've earned your way
Shit.
up to the motherfucking top.
I am
but
done.
but it's a lot of chicks that you can't even start and get there because you on your whole shit and you in the back of class, you gonna fall out. So I understand it off rip. But if you a special candidate, like I said, there's always an exception to the rule. I will
Yeah.
give you an exception. If a chick come to me and she got two kids, I don't like dating chicks with kids. But if you come to me, you got two kids, and you didn't came into my class and got you a fucking black belt, it's nothing I can do. It's nothing I can do because you've done everything you were supposed to do, and you prove yourself, and you got a black belt in Donnie Fu.
So the
Yeah.
single
That's
mom
it.
thing,
Donnie
the
Fu.
single mom thing is not a deal breaker then if the woman sticks with you.
No, no,
Because I know.
that
I
depends. That
don't say
depends.
sticks with me, but like I said, if you just show up for class, that don't mean shit. But if you actually come in and you were able to earn a black belt, then that says something. So that
Okay.
means you put in the work to get there.
Yeah. Now for
Hmm.
me, a single mom is not impossible. It just means you gotta have more than what a person who wasn't a single mom had. You gotta have bring more to the table than her. You know,
I
and being a
see.
stripper, I need to know the context of why you stripping, how long you've been stripping, what
Why
kind
you
of
gotta
money
go
you
watch
give.
me stripping? I mean,
But
maybe
No,
she
no,
just
no,
those
don't want
guys
to
are
no,
the
do
no.
it.
same ones that show up at
Because
the
like I
club.
said,
Like,
it's some people just don't have a moral compass and they don't give a damn about certain stuff. If I'm gonna
okay.
attach myself to you for a lifetime, I got to know that you give a damn about something. You see what I'm saying? Or you gonna have my daughters in the strip club for no reason. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now my thing is, if you had a pressing issue, and because there's some people who just start stripping because it's easy, and they don't, and they never make a plan to do anything else. Who wants to be with the dumb stripper?
Or the
Not
guy
me.
wants them to do it.
No, I mean, when I danced, I just wanted the money and I wanted money and I needed it now. So I just went out and did it. But I
I
knew,
need it now.
basically, I set a goal. Like I knew looking
What
around and that
did you hear? What you just
environment.
said? Goal. You
Shut up,
had a
shut up,
goal.
shut up.
Everybody don't got a goal to get into stripping. They just get into stripping because it's easy to get into,
I
and
mean,
they
I
don't
got
even
into
think
it for
about the next
free.
step.
Actually, you
Or
know
the
what?
guy
No,
tells
I
them
was tricked. I was tricked. Wait, never mind. I was tricked. I forgot about that part.
She
I
wasn't
was tricked.
tricked. She
you
Never
were
just
mind.
tricked
saying
how.
No,
she
because
was
I went
tricked
there.
and
Shut up. I went there to be a bartender. I went there to be a bartender, and of course, you have to look a certain way. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta, I had the little shorts on, the bartender shorts, and I had some heels on, and I had the cute little shirt with the boobs. They were sitting
Oh,
right.
that's so
I was
cute.
like, yeah, let's go. And that dude was like, the manager looked at me and was like, don't you want to strip? You'll make way more money. I was just like, no. It was just like, try it out for a night. I was like, no. It was like, look, if you try it out for one night, I guarantee you won't want to do it. That peer pressure is a mother. So my goofy ass did it, and well, they
You
were
liked it?
right. The money was like the first 10 minutes I had made like $6. I was just kind of like, whoa, like this is really all right.
Yeah, see, money will
I
do
did
that
it.
though.
I did it for 2 years. I did it for 2 years. And I got out because I didn't want to go over 25 and still be dancing. I was like, nah. Because of course,
What?
people don't
Well,
realize
see,
after. Oh, I, I walked into that. You're right.
but see,
You're right.
I'm gonna look at it like this though. See, if I'm talking to you and you're a stripper, you don't even think about your exit strategy. At the end of the day, you can be bought, and I'll never have enough money that I can compete with a club full of niggas. So there's no point being with you. You
Club
see what
full
I'm
of
saying?
niggas.
I gotta be rich as hell to compete with a club full of niggas every night.
I had a boyfriend while I was stripping.
I'm not saying it's impossible to have a boyfriend while you're stripping. I'm saying if I'm talking, the question is about somebody being long term and
got
may end up a wife one day. I can't
it.
compete with a club full of niggas every night. Even if I got the money, I ain't giving it to you like that.
Yeah. I mean, I
So
get it.
yeah,
You cut in and out.
Yeah,
You cut
well,
in
we
and
not hearing nothing you saying, Donnie.
he just it was cool. Like I did it,
No,
and it sucks because
Wow.
like what is it? This is
I
2018.
mean, we all do some stuff. I'm not tripping off that, but I'm just saying
so
realistically, if I'm looking at somebody for a long
I
term,
think we heard Randall's we heard
you know,
And Donnie over there steady talking, don't realize we can't hear him.
yeah, we don't hear nothing. When we hear you again, we're gonna acknowledge you, Donnie.
we had the
Because right now you
so
sound
we
like
heard
you
Randall's
young.
we had word.
Oh, I got off the house.
I haven't said a single word, so I don't know.
Okay, cool.
There you go. Now we hear you.
Okay, so yeah, let
You starting to
me
chop up again.
push you first. So yeah, story as of now, right? So I guess my worst dating scenario story. Rain's heard it before. I met a chick on Facebook.
Uh,
She slid in my DMs. Um.
Wig Warrior.
Anyway, so she slid in the DMs, and, and at the time,
Slid
I
in the
happened to be
DMs.
in Southeast Asia. And we had a conversation before I went, and we got there, and she was like basically she presented herself as a champ. She had a little boy, um, and she seemed like she had her shit together. She was telling me these stories, and I'm like, okay, well, I kind of fuck with you. So I'm in Southeast Asia.
Oh yeah, it's Wig Warrior. No,
Wow.
that's
Anyway, nigga, so I'm on vacation, and she's like, "Yo, I really want to see you." Da da da. I said, "Well, listen, I got 2 more weeks off, before I got to go back to work. How about I do this? Valentine's Day, I'm gonna come out and come see. Now,
And
granted,
that
I've got a lineup because I'm flying from Southeast Asia to East, essentially like the New York, New Jersey area. Um, so I have a lineup. So I've got Valentine's Day, the day after Valentine's Day, and then the day after that, and then I'm gonna fly back home. So she's telling me everything like, yeah, come see me. Da, da, da. So I've worked out that I'm gonna come see her that day. The next day I'm gonna see a chick in New York, and then I'm gonna see a chick in Philly.
Wow.
Why you say wow?
Oh, he's
Oh, I
he's
thought I was muted, but because
he's
it's like
out of his
interesting that
prime.
because she flew to see a nigga who wanted to go have on some chicken, and she could have had a nigga come find her, and she just
I'm like,
realized.
yeah, go ahead with your story. Yeah, but that's pretty. That just made me feel kind of bad about myself. But go ahead.
Yeah.
You
So
shouldn't feel bad about yourself, Nicole. I just got to
but
say that to you. That was a clown situation. Don't feel bad. That's
so
all on him. All on him.
Okay.
Go ahead, Donnie. Go ahead,
so
Donnie. I'm sorry.
so so let me line this up. So like you flew out to see one person, I flew out to see about three people because all of these areas are within a quick driving distance. I could have made it to every one of them no problem. So if one failed, I could make it to the next one. So the first chick, we'll call her. I don't know why I like the name, but we can call her Lisa. So Lisa tells me, "Hey, listen, if you come out here, it's Valentine's Day. I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you to New York. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna get you a hotel room. I'm gonna get you some liquor. Don't even worry about it. You coming out to come see me? You flying all the way from the other side of the world? I got you." So I fly in. I get there that morning like 6 a.m. Now she's told this tale. I met her online. She's told this tale that she drives an Infinity. She's told this tale that she makes this good money and everything's going good with her. She don't need a nigga for nothing. So as you can imagine, I've shown up. I like to have a couple of drinks. I show up in the morning for this long flight on the road. It was first class. It was lovely. I've been drinking. I've showed up. I'm smoking a cigarette, and she pulls up in a 1996 Cavalier.
Was it a classic?
Balling.
Was it a classic?
It was definitely a classic.
Okay, that could be a good thing, you know? Those old cars, yeah.
But she's
It was
telling
a
me she
classic.
drives a brand new Infinity. So I'm like, yo, so she pull up on me and like you know how motherfucker be like, yo, and they kind of stick their head forward in the car. I'm
Mm.
looking at the bitch, she looking at me. I'm going, what the fuck is going on here?
So I'm here for somebody else, not you.
And it's cold, and I'm not accustomed to this cold because I'm from the West Coast, so this cold's not like it's not a thing to me. So I'm like, yo, what the? It's cold as shit. This bitch like a '96. So I have flashbacks because my grandfather used to have a '96 Cavalier,
I'm
and
like,
this
In
motherfucker
'96.
even in '96,
Oh, good.
even when this motherfucker was brand new, this this motherfucker was like it didn't get warm. I'm like, yo, this tail. So I get in this motherfucking car and I'm like, okay, let me like what's going I look over, this bitch got the roll up windows, ain't no seat warmers. I'm like, yo, can you turn the heat on? She's like, you
I
cold, man? I'm like,
told you,
yeah,
it's
nigga.
a classic. It's a classic.
I'm like, yeah,
Done.
nigga, it's cold. So the shit, oh man. So when she picked me up, she got on this black hat and like a little sweatsuit, gray sweatsuit, or not gray sweat. She got gray sweatshirt and black top, right? So we in the
Hmm.
car and I'm looking, I'm going, okay, well her car's on E. I said, listen, baby, you need me to get you some gas, like what we do, because I'm trying to prevent us from rolling up. She gonna tell me, nah, baby, it's okay, it's cool. The gas tank is broken, that's why it's on E.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's classic. Okay.
So I had never been in, and I learned a lot of lessons this trip, but I had never
I
been
bet.
in. in Jersey before, so it was new to me. It was a whole thing. So we leave the airport, and she stops at a little grocery store. That's kind of like a bodega. So she get out the car, and I remember two things from this interaction. She took the hat off. To this day, I can't understand why she took this hat off. And I had a few drinks, and common sense should have told me like, just leave it alone. But my dumb ass, don't have that chill. And the first thing out of my mouth was, "Baby, what's going on with your head?"
That's why I love podcasts.
So polite, so polite, so polite. I know you said that politely as possible, though. You did say it as politely as possible.
I couldn't figure it out because I'm looking. So the chick I dated previously was like, she told me about weed, was giving me the game and shit. It was my understanding that her leave out was what's the word I want to use? It was fucked
Wait,
up.
leave out. What are you talking about? Wait, leave out. Wait a minute. Wait, I got lost somewhere.
Rain, can you explain the leave out?
Basically, leave out, Nicole, if you ever had like a sew-in, you know what that is?
Well, some of my dance costumes come with hair, and you just put it on like as you perform. Like we have.
Oh no,
like,
not a wig. Like a sew-in is where you get the weave, the bundle.
I just figured out what the leave out is. Okay.
And like you have a part of your hair, your real hair, that you leave
okay,
out
okay,
that you don't get
okay.
braided and sew
Call
the
it
bundles on.
something.
Yeah.
So that's a
That's
leave
what
out. So somebody says leave out, you guys automatically think of hair, right? Like the So if I said I
Yeah.
left something out, so no, I wouldn't say that. So I would leave it out.
It's how you say it. Like, girl, your leave out is
Okay,
natural.
so that's hair.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay,
So
I got it.
So I'm looking at him like, yo, this nigga's leave out is fucked up. Like, yo, like this is
It's so
like,
much funnier when you get the context.
Yeah.
like this
When
is
when a leave out is a
amazing.
noun, when a leave out is a noun, it's hilarious.
I got
It could be regular if it's a verb, but if it's a noun, it's hilarious.
I'm thinking of I explained it now. It makes sense.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
y'all already. I'm debating if I want to hang up on you next.
Hey, this is the Casanova English course, baby.
I'm thinking of all the jokes I heard with leave out. I get them all now. It's just trying to hit me. Go ahead.
So we in the car. I was like, baby, you don't want to put the hat back on. She was like, nah, it's cool. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, but what's going on? She was like, oh, I'm trying to have it be natural. So I'm looking at this shit.
Now you gotta explain it.
That's what you guys wanted.
And like the cold shit is, she got like this long blonde Beyonce weave all the way around, and this motherfucker got like the middle of this bitch head. She done got some gel. She done got some gel and thought it was a good, like, I'm gonna slick it down, but the bitch put on a hat and didn't account for the hat. So when she took the hat off, this shit was sticking up, and I was like, "Oh no, baby, no, no, baby, no, no,
So
baby,
I'm gonna be a
no."
real friend to you. So you was being a real friend to her to draw her attention to what's necessary at that point. I get it. That's a good man.
Yeah, it's good, man. Yeah.
So it's a whole lot of white gel in this motherfucker head. I'm going like, and I can see the white gel. Like, it's different. Like, if it pop up and it's like little niggery naps. I'm gonna catch hell for that, but if it's some
Yeah,
yo
you are
kid,
gonna catch hell for that.
it's some niggery naps up in there. I'm like, it'd have been different, but this motherfucker was like, it was let's jam, clear, let's jam. Like, nigga, like, hey, listen, we need to have a conversation about your shit. Like, listen, you should have been taking this shit out. So, like, all your shit broke out, and you was just like, I don't give a fuck. We gonna keep rolling. I'll put a hat on. Nobody'll know. And like, that's how I felt she was moving. So we stopped at this little bodega.
I'm pretty sure she was
corner
moving
store.
like that way.
Oh man. So we get out and she's got like this little like the little gray sweatshirt on and it's covering her ass. But I'm looking, I'm like, okay, she kind of thick. Like I, like okay, hey, all right. But at the same time, like I don't want to see him. I'm thinking like if my niggas see me out, nigga, they gonna bust all kind of fucking jokes. Like I don't want to be seen with this bitch in public.
Wait, was she
So
pretty though?
she
Besides
was
the hair.
She was
pretty.
not. She was not.
As,
Unfortunately, she is.
aside
When
from
she,
her head, she's pretty. She's very gorgeous.
There you go.
And
See?
you still want to be seen with her? That's
no,
How,
terrible.
wait, Nicole, wait,
however,
I'm
however,
sorry.
this
wait, Brandon, let me get this joke off, please. Let me get this joke off. Nicole, I want you to imagine a dirty tennis ball.
Oh, I have them because I use
uh
them for dance. I can
Yes,
imagine it
imagine
very well.
a dirty tennis ball, like with naps and all that in it. That's what her hair looks like when she took
the
her.
worst.
Oh,
The worst.
it gets worse as I think of. Oh, okay, I got the. Oh,
Oh, the worst.
oh, I got it.
I,
So
he's not
Oh,
correcting me because
she
you know
like,
I'm right.
listen, yeah, it is. It is.
oh,
They,
she
I've
should. Why
heard
didn't she just
sticky
fill it
lollipop in the
in?
rug. Sticky lollipop
Oh,
in the rug is what I've heard. So, and it was funny because before then somebody had made fun of her online, and they were like, your hair. They said your edges look like a you had like a
oh
dirty
no.
transmission for your edges or some shit, or like a transformer that couldn't.
Oh no.
And I was like, that's pretty funny, and she was super offended, but I couldn't figure out
Of
why.
course. Of course.
So I got there. So we get out the car and we start walking in the place. This bitch took her hat. She took her hat off, and I'm like, yo, like she's bad, but like nigga, like I can't, like like it. I just felt more comfortable about the situation if she didn't have a weave at all, and if it was just
Yeah.
all sticky lollipop in the rug, I'd have been like, I can deal
She
with
could have
this.
just went bald. She could have just went
But
bald and started from
Yeah.
but you
scratch.
had a
True.
whole
True.
mismatched situation, and I was like, nah, nigga, I don't, nah, nah,
You
nah.
you
You
know,
you can't
I,
pick a lane.
I
Dang.
see how terrible this is. Cause see, I'm a man. When you go on a date with a woman, the last thing you're supposed to be thinking about is her hair. And you having a lot of thoughts about this fine chick's hair. And the
I'm
So
fact that
that
you
does make a
fine, you
difference.
supposed
The
to be able
girl's
to.
hair
No, no, no.
is
I'm saying
important.
as a man, that's not what you're supposed to be focused on as a man. You're
Oh,
not supposed to be
okay.
focused on her hair like that. So the fact that he having a whole thought process about her hair
it
on
it
top of the
was
fact that she look good, you see what I'm saying? The fact that she look good should be drawing attention to her face,
And she
not
has a
her hair.
nice fro.
That's how
You see what I'm
bad.
saying?
That's
it's
bad.
So
I
that's
yeah,
how
think about
bad
this
it
my
is a
is.
hair too,
terrible
though.
situation.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a terrible situation going on. This ain't bad. This is just terrible.
Poor
This
Why
is
thing.
don't you just slick
insulting.
it
So
up for her? Like take the long bottom part in the bottom and put it like
If a
I
man
tried to
has to
get
think about
baby
your
to
hair,
put a
there's
hat
nothing
on.
that can be done. Yeah, there's nothing can be done at this point.
I tried to
dang.
get back. She
Okay.
was like, "Nah, I'm cool on that." And that's the shit that killed me because I was like, "Listen, back, like you don't want to." No, I was like, "Oh, this bitch, oh god." So we go inside. We go inside the store, and this is how I know I'm terrible because she bad. I'm doing little
Snap.
slick shit so that we don't seem like we're together. So
Post.
she started off walking in front of me. I'm several steps behind her. And she slowed down. I'm several steps in front of her.
Wait, is this the first date that you guys? She should have brought
This
handcuffs.
oh no, oh no.
There's
As like I
nothing
had
she could
been
do.
dropped off
That
at the
way you
airport.
couldn't leave her. Okay, go ahead.
Nicole, are you grasping the fact that a man doesn't want to be seen with a fine woman? That's how bad her hair is.
That's why she
Oh
needed the
Yeah.
handcuffs,
shit.
so he couldn't get
It
away.
was it was hella bad. So like we
Dang.
walking and she doing little shit. She was like, "Yeah, we gonna get some liquor." So we go to the little spot and they got liquor. And she in the store. She's like, "What do you want?" And I'm trying. Like I'm acting like I live here because I'm looking down the aisle like I don't want to be seen with this bitch. Just grab that. And she was like, "Yeah, but I want some tequila." I was like, "Yeah, that's cool, whatever." And I walked off like I had something to be, or I was looking for somewhere else. So we went through a
Had
little
nowhere to
checkout
go.
line. Yeah, and like I felt hella weird, but I was like walking like
She let you get
too
away.
many paces in front of her and too many paces behind. Now she's promised me, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna, cause we're in
What are your words?
Jersey. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna take you in. You hear me? How
Yeah,
about
we
now?
can now. We can
Okay,
now.
good.
Okay.
It's not just me. Okay, go.
So she's like, yeah, I'm gonna take you to this spot in Jersey. the spot in Jersey, or I'm sorry, New York, because we're in Jersey. She's like, I'm gonna take you there. It's called Ninja. They do steaks, yada yada yada. So I look it up. First off, this place is corny, but I'm like, all right, she paying for it. It is what it is, right? I'm gonna take you from here. I'm gonna take you to place A, B, and C. We're gonna do all this stuff throughout the day. All of this shit was canceled immediately as soon as I seen that here.
Wow.
No, she at least owed you that. She owes you
Hell nah.
He was gonna go.
Hell motherfucking no.
that.
Because I'm
Wow.
not gonna be in public with you. So we get there and she was like, yeah, just chill out. Da, da, da. Now, when let me say this, cause I her ass is something to be proud about.
Wow. Okay. Note to self.
Like,
Yet you thinking about her hair. Okay.
yeah, her ass is something to be proud about. Like her ass was like, oh my goodness. And even when I seen it, she saw me see it out the corner of my eye. And she was like, "Calm down, you gonna get some pussy." And I was like,
Wow.
I like that. I like that attitude.
I was like, but that's how cold this shit was. So she was like,
Only thing
"Yeah,
that
we
can
gonna."
make you put up with that hair, huh?
Yeah, I was like, God damn that! Like, I mean, God damn, I mean, her whole body was just, it was on point. It just is what it is. She looked like
Wow.
an Instagram model. So she was like, yeah, we're gonna go to some restaurant. I was like, yeah, I want to kick it with you. And she was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, let's just kick it in the hotel room. So I made her order some Chinese food. So
That sounds
so
good.
so me being me, we done had a couple drinks. She's pushing tequila shots in my face, trying to get me fucked up. We done had sex. Uh, pass out, wake up in the morning. Right, wake up about 2 a.m.
Was the sex
What?
good?
It was cool. It was cool.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. I mean, it was cool. She eyes rolling in the back of her head. She caught the nut in her mouth. No problem. Winner.
I mean, if she out her hair like that, I mean,
You're
to be
right.
expected, right?
So at this point, we didn't had the whole day. I'm like, well, shit. I'm tired. Listen, I'm hungry. Let's go to IHOP. IHOP is the restaurant right next door.
Okay.
So I'm like, let's go to IHOP. So we walk outside the place, and her car is right like across the thing. She let's go to the car. I'm like, nah, let's not go to the car. IHOP is next door. We just walk to IHOP. It don't make no sense to get in the car. By the time we get in the car, we already been inside IHOP ordering food. She's like, nah, let's just get in the car. I don't want. All right, fuck it. Now, some type of way because I'm in a position where I can't really control my own destiny. Yeah, I can get an Uber or whatever, but I'm really at a disadvantage because I don't have my car and I don't know anybody out there. So I feel some type of way. I can't really control my scenarios. So I'm trying to really kind of placate to her. So we get in the car, we take a left, and we drive past IHOP. I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, well, I don't really like IHOP. It's something about the smell." I said, "Okay, I can understand that. Where are we going?" We go to another diner. So on the way, we get on the freeway. We're past multiple diners, and I'm going, I'm hungry as fuck. What the fuck are we doing? We pull up to this area. It's a dude standing outside. She pulls over. This motherfucker hops in the back seat. Now, immediately I
Whoa.
look at her and I look at him and I go, "This bitch is crazy. Like, bitch, you done set me the fuck up. Like, bitch, what you?" I'm
Whoa.
thinking everything crazy in my mind. She's buying
Mm-hmm.
cocaine off of this dude.
Wait, what?
She likes to
What'd you say?
party.
Yeah,
Did you
she
just say
buying
she
coke.
bought some coke?
She
Yeah.
bought some
Oh.
smack. She bought some smack.
So
Okay.
I'm like, yo, this bitch the motherfucking bitch. So I'm like,
Do you do
I'm in,
coke?
nah. So, but I'm in the car and I'm tripping the
No,
fuck
but it
out.
was cocaine in her hair the whole time. We thought it was grease, but it was
Oh
cocaine.
my god. No way.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
I was wondering what gel was white. Okay, go ahead.
Nah. Y'all hell. Y'all hell.
No, I'm just joking, Nicole. I'm just joking.
Okay. See, you got me on the wrong path. Okay, go ahead.
So basically, we started talking to this dude. Dude ended up being cool. I'm like, oh, okay, he cool as shit. So it's about 2:20. He like, yo, I'm going in this bar. They usually shut the bar down, but if you're a local, they'll let you in. Don't worry about it. I'm like, well, shit, we can go in there. So we get a.
Oh, you cut out. Where you go? I want to hear every last word you're saying right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually
I
almost
don't.
as interesting as Nicole's story, but not
Go ahead.
really.
I'm still at this cocaine thing, like this drug dealer jumping in the car. My life is so boring. Go ahead.
No, your
But
life ain't
basically,
boring. Your life ain't boring. Not after the story you told.
but
Okay.
so we having a conversation. She like, yeah, let's do a line. I'm like, bitch, I don't do cocaine. She was like, come on, everybody does it. I said, no, everybody don't fucking do
Damn.
it.
Wow.
She's like, yeah. I said, nah, nigga. Like, I got a whole job. I had an FBI background. If they drug test me and I pop, I'm not fucking off this good buddy for your ass, bitch. You out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
why
we
her
there.
hair's not done. The cocaine. I
Probably,
got it.
nigga. I didn't know any of this shit when I got there. So she keeps trying to get me on go on Facebook Live because in the Facebook group, I'm kind of a popular figure. So she's trying to show me that she's with me, and I'm like, nah. So she's like, oh yeah, this is this little monument, da, da, da. And she's trying to put me on a live. My ass ran all the way around on the other side of that bitch. She trying to follow me. I'm sprinting like, nah, bitch, you not gonna catch me. And she catch me at
Brittany
some point.
I said
doing
handcuffs.
smack on live.
Wow. You gotta get out.
uh,
This nigga wow.
but I'm
He out
trying
here
to duke
doing
the fuck
smack.
out. So she barely catches a glimpse of me with a hoodie on. You can't even make out it's me. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool with it. So I'm like, take me back to the crib. So we get there, we get back to the hotel, and we get in the room. I'm like, well, shit, well, I'm gonna go ahead and knock it down one time, and I'm wake up in the morning. We call it a day. It's like 3, 4 in the morning. She's like, do a line with me. I'm like, no. Do a line with me. No. Everybody does it. No. Well, fine. I'm going to sleep. Well, bitch, go to sleep.
Wow.
So she goes to sleep. I go to sleep. Now I went to sleep on some like. Eventually, she gonna turn over or poke her ass up on me, shit. And I eventually just really fell asleep.
Right.
So we wake up in the morning by about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. It's checkout time. So we get up, we go downstairs. She go to the mind you, she done told me she paying for everything. We go to the desk. She at the checkout desk telling motherfuckers, like, yeah, your credit card, okay. And she paying for the shit. Now I'm on my phone pretending I ain't looking, but I'm checking out this whole scenario. She keep looking back at me like I'm supposed to step up my credit card.
Oh wait, but she's paying though. Like, wouldn't they have already charged her card? Because normally you could just leave the hotel.
Yeah,
What they
you'll
do,
have it on file, but
they
you
have it
can
on
always
file.
switch it at the end. Yeah.
You switch on that. So she's trying to check out and she's doing some shit.
Oh.
But because I worked at a hotel, so I understand when you check into a hotel, they take
Because
your
normally
card, they
they
take
just
your
charge
info.
the card. Yeah, they have the card and they just charge.
They do a deposit, and if anything goes out in it, then they tax you for what the deposit is. But if not, then they just tax you for what the
Now,
room go. But
Nicole
when
is
she was
thinking from the perspective of the people that can always afford their hotel room. That's why.
I'm just
yeah,
That's
saying,
why
like,
she's
if I
saying
get
what
a
she's saying.
hotel room, you and I are just
No,
leaving.
no, Nicole, it's cool. We know when you
Oh,
go to a hotel, there's no question about the room being paid for. Nothing wrong with that. It's a
right.
good thing.
okay.
So when you
You just
check
thinking
out,
from that perspective. That's all.
when you check out and everything's good, let's say you're a good hotel person, you give them the little key, you be like, I'm checking out, and you walk away. End of the story, right? She went up there and had a full discussion with this motherfucker and was trying to do some shit and kept looking back at me.
Wow.
Now, I feel like she was trying to like negotiate the price. I don't know what she was doing, but she was trying to get me to pay the bill. And I was
No,
like,
she
nah,
was
bitch,
giving you an
I'm cool.
invitation. She
Oh,
was giving you an
gotcha.
invitation. She was trying to let Donnie be her hero. That's what she was looking for.
I would have just told the guy you're gonna pay like before, but if I say I'm gonna pay, it's already taken care of before. Like, we're not gonna be waiting no line to check out. Okay, go ahead.
And this is what she
Nicole,
was
it's a
doing.
whole other life out there. I'm trying to tell you. It's a life out there you don't know about.
But I like it. That's why I want to date a regular guy because that's interesting to me. But go ahead.
So we leave this spot, and I'm like, listen, I'm hungry because we didn't get to eat last night. You did your whole little cocaine run, and hey, little
Right.
mama,
Right.
your little thing,
You up.
you left your little. Hold on, my bad. Uh, so yeah, she left. She left the little thing. She doing her little look back. I'm like, listen, I was hungry. I didn't get to eat last night. You had your little cocaine run. Like, listen, little bitch. Like, I need to eat. So she's like, I'm gonna take you to a diner. So mind you, we hop in this 1996 Cavalier that she's told me that the gas tank is broke on. We done did these missions. We done drove a whole bunch of shit. And I asked her previously, does she need gas? She said she was cool. We driving. It's snow outside. This motherfucker said,
Sound like a sled.
I was like, nigga, what is going on? Car running out of gas. I was like, nigga, did you run out of gas? She was like, yeah. She tried to start the car up. I said, listen, stop trying to start the car up. Leave this car alone. Leave this car alone. It's out of gas. You're not gonna be able to start the car up and magically go nowhere. If the car ran out of gas, we're not going another couple blocks. It's not gonna happen.
I know I run out of gas a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So we in the car. I'm like, listen, I can go to the local gas station or Uber and come back and put some gas in the car. We get some gas. We run back. I got you. No, don't worry about it. I'm arguing with this chick. For me to go and get some gas from fucking Uber and go to the gas station, come back. I'm arguing with her to do this. She was like, I don't want to leave my car. AAA, yada, yada, yada. So we in this car in the cold. It's February in Jersey. It's snow outside.
Oh.
We sit in this car for an hour. I'm shivering. It's a 1996. 1996 motherfucker. So there's no heat protection, I feel like, in this car. I feel like this car is on the edge of metal and bullshit. There's no heat protection in this car. So
I'm not laughing at her car. It's about the fact that she told you it was something else. You know what I'm saying? If she was just told you about the car, it'd be totally different. But my thing is, now I'm trying to think of what slick move is she trying to make, because she don't even want you to go leave her to go get gas and bring it back.
You're
amazing.
Pretty brave. I would have been afraid. I mean,
but I'm stuck at this point. So I'm telling her, take me to the Jersey airport, because I have this plan of I'm going to take the Jersey train into New York and I'm going to go meet this other chick. I'm like, take me to the Jersey airport. So she's like, oh, I was like, listen, it'd be better if you could drop me to the New York airport. She was like, we have to see. So we wait there. We wait there for about an hour and a half. This motherfucker don't get there. Yeah, about an hour and a half. So we checked out probably at noon. We had a late checkout, so we had a noon checkout. We are stuck in the snow sitting there until about 1:32. We're sitting there, and I'm trying to eat this whole time. So we get to a diner. We get to the diner. We eating, and she orders a Long Island. I'm like, yo, I don't want no Long Island. She's like, yeah, just drink the Long Island. I'm like, well, shit, I might have an alcoholism problem. I like to drink, so I drank the Long Island. I went to the bathroom. I came back. There was a whole new Long Island. I said, listen, I don't want another one. Don't order me another one. She orders a third one. I said, listen, take it back. They're like, we can't take it back. I'm going to drink this. So I paid for the food. I paid for the food. Made sure there was no problem. I was like, you suck my dick.
Not surprised. You better got y'all out the hotel. So go ahead.
You suck my dick. The least I can do is pay for the breakfast. I can do that. So we get in the car, and I'm like, all right, cool. You can take me to the airport. You know, I had a okay time with you. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you. She like, well, I got one last thing. I was like, what? She's like, I gotta pick my little boy up. I said, you can't stall her out an hour 30 minutes. She was like, no, because she's had him since yesterday. She's had him since yesterday. I was like, listen, just stall me out, just a good little 30. She was like, no, I can't. All right, okay.
I was trying to figure out why she didn't want you to leave. I've been trying to figure out it for a while. So go ahead.
So we pull up, and she goes to go pick up the little boy. She comes out with the little boy. She puts him in the car seat, in the back seat. Boy.
Another dude that done screwed my mama. Go ahead.
So she gets in the car. I turn around. Now I want to be polite to the little boy. He's like 2. Maybe, yeah, he's about 2. So I turn around. I say, hi, X. How are you? And what do you think the first words out his mouth was?
You ain't my damn daddy.
What, did he say that?
No, I felt like it was worse. But what do you think he said?
I just thought he would say hi back or hi. No?
So
got some
first
smack.
words out his mouth was "fuck you."
Whoa.
Did he at least say pay me?
Whoa.
This little I turned around. I was like, "Hey, little boy, how you doing?" He was like, "Fuck you, huh?"
Damn.
And I looked at her, and she started cracking. I was like, "Bitch, you think this is a joke? Like, I want to whoop your little boy ass." Like, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I
A
so
fine mother. Go ahead.
Wow.
so the conversation. I'm like, "Yo, why do you think this is funny?" She was like, "Oh," I said, "How long has he been saying it?" "Oh, he's been saying this for a couple months." I said, "Hold up, he been saying this
Wow.
shit for a couple months." So the first time he says, "I can't lie," from a little child, that shit is funny as fuck. It's a problem, but it's funny. So you gonna laugh. You might try not to laugh, but you gonna laugh. I said the first 3 times, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this is hilarious." Like, all right, we gotta stop, we gotta chill. But 3 months, what the fuck you talking about? So I was like, "You need to whoop his little ass." She was like, he doesn't want to stop." I was like, "Oh, okay." So drop
He
me the fuck
doesn't
off.
want to stop. Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's not his desire. No, not at all.
Wow.
And that's what's important when your mom does smack. But go ahead.
Mm. So,
Oh.
so she dropped me off, and I had another date after that, which was a train wreck. But it wasn't as bad as that. But like that shit, man. I to this day, I'll be telling my kids about a date like that. Like, listen, if you can't control the scenario, you don't need to go on this date. Because had she been in my hometown, this date wouldn't have went that far.
Yeah, I'm
Well, I
like, she got a
mean,
lot of chances. Huh.
I
And
mean,
that doesn't
normally
happen
you're not
to
gonna come
me.
across a woman doing smack without your knowledge. I mean, that's not normal.
Yo, this shit fucked
Yeah,
me
that's
all the way up.
bad.
I had never I was like, yo, like, bitch, wait a minute. Yo.
Yo. Wow, that
This is
my
hilarious.
life just got better. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm glad you feel better. Lord knows you needed it.
Yeah, I feel so much better. My dates were on point because I didn't have those problems.
And
You have
Rod,
worse problems. You have
you
much
know this
worse
chick.
problems.
This chick runs the female version of the knockout group.
I was thinking you was talking about her.
Yeah, female version of the knockout group. And she was
Mm.
like, man, oh man, was chasing me down, was begging me to fuck. Man,
You
Chasing
know
you
what?
down.
Y'all both
yeah.
incredible because you kept dealing with a woman doing smack, and Nicole, you kept trying to work something out with a guy who was doing everything he could to get you to leave him alone.
Is that what the problem was? I don't know. But I told him that we
No,
were
no,
going to
no.
be in a relationship, so I
His
stayed.
problem was long before you showed up. Long before you showed up.
I guess so. I guess you're right. But hey, we dated for like 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks, 2 months. I hung in there.
That was 2 months. Well, too long. Way too long. Way too
Yeah,
long.
it was, but it was
I'm
good to
glad
love
you were
someone for
so
2 months.
naive. 'Cause if you weren't so naive, I would think you had no dignity. So I'm glad you were so
Really?
naive at the time.
Wow. That's okay. That's interesting. Yeah,
No,
I'll take that.
that's
It's
pretty
because
accurate.
so
Anybody
so
who didn't know you were being naive would think you had no dignity.
Okay, I'll
so
take that. Yeah.
any situation you put yourself, like, for me as a man, I learned a valuable lesson that day. Never be in a situation I can't control. So
Yep.
I was in a situation I couldn't control. I was in a city I didn't know where I was. I had low battery life when we went out to this whole little crack cocaine binge. Um
Dang.
and I was really fucked up. I had no idea where I was, and it was a crazy situation. So I had to kind of placate to her and her shenanigans just to get back to the hotel. Like, I could have got an Uber, but it was a whole lot extra that I had to go through because I wasn't aware of my surroundings, and I put myself in a position I shouldn't be in. And I don't advocate that for any man. I tell any the little homies or anybody talking to, like, listen, if you can't control the scenario, you don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
I
point.
think it's a what men should understand, whether you're talking about physical or proverbial. If you ain't driving, you got problems.
Uh-huh.
Just that simple. If you're not in that
Yeah.
driver's seat, you got a lot of problems.
For women too, you gotta have to like you
No, no,
have to be able to
no.
stop. No.
I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
if a woman's in the passenger side, it makes sense. If a woman's in the driver's side, there's a lot of problems going on right there.
That's true, especially with my driving. You're in trouble.
Well,
Oh.
I feel like this when I grew up, when I was a little kid growing up, before people were acting the way they act now. When I was a child growing up, when men were still men and women were still women, it was men in the driver's seat. You know, you're a little kid, you look in the other cars, men were driving. Nowadays, you got women driving. There's a whole lot of problems going on that wasn't going on back then. Not nowhere near the level that they are right now. So, you know, if a man is not in a leadership position, because that's what it means when if you're driving, then it's a lot of problems going on. You know,
That's
now I
true.
know that may not sound good to some women, but on a general level, if a woman's in charge, you ain't got nothing but a bunch of problems. I know that don't sound good, but it don't stop it from being the truth either.
No, you got a point. That's true.
You know, and I know some incredible women because the most remarkable woman I've ever met, you know what I'm saying, outside of somebody I'm related to, was I met the first female lawyer to make $1 million on her own law firm in Atlanta.
You did?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wonderful lady, wonderful lady.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I've met some incredible people, but even she got a husband that is the leader of their family.
She has a husband at what?
Is the leader of their family.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that how it goes?
That's how it should go. That's how it should go.
Oh, okay.
But it ain't how it goes anymore. But
See,
that's
that's what I
go.
couldn't do. This guy definitely has to be the head of the house. If not, then if I was the head of the house, we'd probably go broke. I don't know.
I actually wonder if you want a man that can actually lead and be the head. I wonder that about you, just based on some of the questions you ask sometimes. You know, I don't think you're a bad person though. I think you do stuff with a good spirit or a good thought in mind. But you know, when you're naive about certain things, I mean, I'm not saying it as if it's a bad thing, because there's things I'm ignorant about because I don't deal with that particular stuff. And the way you were ignorant about that dude you met, Lord have mercy, that was so working against you right there. That was so working against you.
Because I just thought, like, okay, so yeah, the guy has to be the head of the household, not the woman. I do believe in that. And a woman submissive to the guy. But so if I was in a relationship, I would work more from home because who's gonna take care of the house? So those kind of things are just interesting to me. But I make enough to where like I don't have to really care about what he does for a living. I just want him to be passionate about something and to understand that my caregiver or my nanny or my assistant will come with us on any trip because she has to entertain the kids. So those are just certain things
Quick
that I have to
question:
have.
what if he don't even want you to work?
Okay, I did have that happen. The thing is, I have businesses though, and so there's a lot of people that depend on me.
So he says, I don't want you to work. Put somebody in charge of your businesses. They're your
Yeah,
businesses.
I'll do
Therefore, you
that.
can
Yeah,
assign somebody.
as long as I can run the business, it's fine.
No. But
So
I'm saying, what if the guy don't want you to be involved? He wants you to step away from it. Then what?
Then he has to make more than what I do to for that to happen because my kids, we take my daughter to dinner, she's probably got to order a $50 steak or like a $30 steak or something like that.
Why?
So,
Whoa. I don't order a $50 steak. Why is your child ordering a $50 steak?
She loves those T-bone steaks.
That's her lifestyle, man. That's her lifestyle.
Yeah, and I always, when we
so.
go to a restaurant, I've always told her to feel comfortable to order what you want and not think about like anything else. And she likes steaks. And she ordered a child steak until one time my friend ordered a regular steak, and then she ordered another steak, and it was like my friend's. It was over
Yeah,
after
she was
that.
hooked once she knew it was available. She had to have it.
Well, why do they charge $50 for a steak? So that's what she's ordering.
What is a
because
child
someone's
steak?
willing to pay
It
for
means
it.
I'm just happy that she's comfortable ordering what she wants, so that she knows a good steak. I don't eat steak, so that's important to me. My meal was like 70 because I like crab legs, like crab legs and stuff. So I can't tell her not to order the steak again. She doesn't meet the guy. Like I bring her.
I mean,
nanny
technically
with
you
her.
could because you're her mother, but I do understand your point.
Nigga, I had to order off the child's menu until I wasn't officially able to, and even then they was trying to push it. Like, listen, Yeah, we know he growing a mustache, but listen, he's advanced for
Right,
his age.
right. It's only a little piece for us for now.
Well, you gotta let your child experience things, and if you can't let her experience, like, so you can't tell her, okay, you can help yourself. Like, I took my child to buy makeup for the first time, so I had a lady. Now I prepare everything. So the lady met her, and she went like to teach her how to do her makeup. So if I only had like a couple $100, I would have been in trouble. I wanted her to learn about makeup, so she spent about $600 on it, but she learned
Come on,
everything.
come on.
Yeah, so you 600 is a lot, but
How old is this child?
No, it's a lot for
she's
most
now
folks.
she's
It,
12, she's 13.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
My point
it's
was
a
she's
lot to most folks, and it
yeah,
way too
but you
much
have
for
to
most folks.
teach her how to wear the makeup, and I don't wear makeup like that. So
Uh,
you
I
have
totally
to kind
understand
of
where you're coming from. I
thank
totally
you.
understand where you're coming from.
I like so. Granted, I'm not hurting for money, uh, but had my girl been like, listen, my makeup, my makeup bill was 600. I've been like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, her dad was mad at me, but uh,
Understandably
well,
so.
yeah, her
Understandably
dad was
so.
upset, but he didn't say anything. He just kept looking at the bill, and I just said,
Because he
yeah, six
couldn't
hundred.
believe it. He couldn't believe it. Yeah, and you know what? Before I spoke to you like these last couple times, and you told if you would have told me you spent $600 on a child's makeup, I would have a hard time believing that too. I would think you might be lying to
Um,
me or putting me up. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah,
believe you now. After that date
she,
you just explained, it ain't nothing you can tell me that I ain't about to believe.
yeah.
You know,
Yo,
so I do
I
believe you,
had,
but it sounds crazy.
but I had to also pay for the lady to do it. Does that make sense? So I had to pay for her time.
So you really
Uh,
spent more than $600. You know
yeah,
what you're
because you
saying?
have to pay. It was like a what was that store? Sephora. I don't
No,
Sephora.
remember
no, it's
So
that.
I have a
cool.
cousin. She gets she does little like things for she because I guess she thinks she's an Instagram model, but she likes to get up cute, do these little events. So like her birthday, we went to Sephora and I had to leave her because she went and got her whole little face done up.
Yeah, they
I
really like it.
That cost her. I know it cost her less than $100.
Really,
You spent 600.
No, I mean sometimes people with money just spend
my
money just because they got it to spend. That's what y'all
Okay.
do sometimes.
her
You see what I'm saying?
birthday for her
Eh,
birthday we were a wallet for her, so she got to buy whatever she wanted because we were the walking wallet. So you gotta keep in mind, I make a good living, but her dad's a doctor, so he also makes a good living.
eh,
Uh,
even
she's
even still, some, and the reason I just said y'all, because it's like if I was a billionaire, I'm not gonna understand $600 for a 13-year-old
Yeah,
child's makeup.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm just not
Like,
gonna understand
hey,
that.
my whole
okay,
mentality is
I get it.
if I was selling crack cocaine to Whitney and Bobby in their prime,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not spending that money. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, what you want? Nigga, listen, you better go get you some lip gloss and call it a day.
What if that was her birthday? What if that's what she wanted for her birthday though?
It's her birthday, and she don't spend nothing else for the rest of the year. I'm talking about she can eat ramen noodles for the rest of the year. Like I'm trying to like $600. Like I heard a motherfucker say he spent $1,000 on his kid for Christmas. Eh, eh, all the way up to adulthood. I didn't get a
Oh
thousand
my
dollars for
god,
Christmas spent on me.
oh
I
my
may
god.
have
So
got
okay,
five
that's
hundred, and that was pushing it. That was pushing it. Like that 500 was spent on a game console, uh, some Bass Pro Shops video game that cost $5 that they just bought in a little bargain bin, some socks and a pair of pants. Like,
so. What about today though? I'm curious because like my kid alone, she wanted a the Mac notebook after she got a laptop
nope.
already.
At 13,
Huh?
what you gonna do with the? What are you gonna do with the Mac,
I
nigga?
already got it.
But
So
like
let
at
me
13, that's my conversation. What are you gonna do with a MacBook? What do you know?
see. I didn't know anything about it, and I didn't want to get it. The problem was I forgot it was Christmas, and so I had to
She got
run
top of the
out.
line because it's top of the line because she's a top of the line lifestyle type of person.
Nah.
And see,
But
my
I
thing is,
don't want her to be that way.
I don't want you to feel bad that you're a top of the line type of person. But when you don't start your life from the top of the line, you actually have to make justifications in your mind of why you're spending the money. See, I'm not gonna buy something
Mm,
just because it's expensive. And it sounds like
you shouldn't.
you inadvertently may buy certain things just because it's expensive. You don't
What do you
necessarily
mean?
get put like this. If I won the lottery tomorrow, say I
Hmm.
got what is like 400 million right now,
Mm-hmm.
400 million. I know I'm set for life. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out and buy a Bentley because it's an expensive car. I'm gonna buy a car that I like. I'm gonna buy a Cadillac CTSV 2 door, put suicide doors on it. At
Mm-hmm.
the end of
Hmm.
making those adjustments, I may spend $80,000 on that car, and I'm gonna keep that car. It's not like I'm gonna change the car every year or something like that.
That makes
If
sense.
I'm
Yeah.
buying a car just because I want people to see me in an expensive car, now I'm buying a car because it costs a lot of money versus being able to buy what I like and do something that actually makes sense for myself.
Gotcha.
I don't. It doesn't make sense to me that any 13-year-old girl needs $600 worth of makeup. It just don't make sense to me. It just don't.
Mm,
You know,
so
and I know people who do it professionally. It
Yeah,
doesn't make sense to me.
to be honest with you,
I guess
I'm not
so.
letting my 13-year-old wear makeup. Like I understand the concept of tasteful makeup at 13. It like like I'm not a complete like tyrant. Like, okay, you want to wear you some lip gloss, you want to have a little bit of eyeliner on, okay. But you out here got the blush to this, to that, to that. Hold the fuck up. What you think you doing?
Yeah, highlighter and all that stuff. And so that's one thing I would have done differently. Is like, so guys, like I do. Oh, I'm so glad my daughter can't hear this conversation, but I wish that her dad was black because that's why I said the guy needs to leave. Um, because her dad just came out with the bill, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I did that for her. We were her wallet, but he just didn't say anything, and I can't imagine a black guy getting this bill saying, "Oh, okay, it's okay." Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like I think
But
he would say something.
here's my conversation with you. If you knew better, why didn't you do better?
I didn't think
Well,
there was anything wrong with it. I thought that
she's a woman.
because
They see things in a totally different way.
Right,
I was
but
prepared
she
for
just
the
there. That whole
day.
statement was her was she knew it would have been a problem with any other man. She knew it was an issue, but she did it anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
my thing is
because
that's a woman being a woman.
Yeah, I
well, see,
mean,
the
I
thing
get
is,
it.
I
I
told her she
understand.
could, and I didn't want to go back on my word. I didn't know that that's how much it would cost, but I was
She
prepared
see
for it, and
she don't want to be the bad guy either. See if the
I
guy was
just
Like,
thought the
if the
guy
father
would
was
be
more
like,
stern, if the guy was more stern, he would be the
hmm
bad guy in the eyes of the child. She gets to be the good guy. You see what I'm saying?
like
Because if that was my daughter, that yeah,
I
my
get.
daughter, my 13-year-old daughter is never gonna have $600 worth of makeup on her at all, or anything close to that, because she doesn't need to be. She doesn't need to be professionally made up at 13 years old. Not
see,
gonna
that's
happen.
what I would think, because the dad, like, because the mom can't really tell a girl that, like, she's gonna think, I can't explain it. She needs to hear those things from a guy, kind of like, you look beautiful
No,
already.
I get where you're coming from. My daughter would not be allowed to wear makeup at 13 because who are you trying to attract and what are you trying to attract them for? And you're talking at 13, you're talking about maybe a freshman or maybe somebody still in eighth grade. We don't need all that going on. Not at 13. No, sorry.
Like I see what you're saying. Like that's why I say tasteful. Like I feel like you want to put on lip gloss and you get a little bit of eyeliner to make you to get this like I'm kind of grown up. Like oh I'm playing with makeup. Like oh I understand that, but this won't be an everyday thing. You're not gonna be out here running around with blush and makeup looking like these insta thotties. That shit's too much for a 13-year-old child.
It
However,
is too much.
I
She
feel
has
like
the
in
winged
the
eyes.
same vein that these little girls are going out and they get little they toes painted. I feel like it's a thing to make you feel girly or to kind of put you in that diaspora of girly stuff. However, I'm not gonna let you just walk out here painted up looking like mm-mm. Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Now
Is
I'm
that
gonna go
because
even worse.
of the age or because she's like, why do you say that?
13 is
Well,
too young. Like, go ahead.
to me, it's pro pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Who are you making yourself
Okay.
up for? Who are you getting so made up for that can do so much for you other than a grown man? Which means now we're going
I
into
thought about
pedophilia.
that. I
No,
didn't think
I don't
about
need
that.
my
I wish
13 year
I
old
would have.
daughter thinking like that. Yeah, that just wouldn't work for me.
That's the
You see
thing.
what I'm
I
saying?
really, because I didn't want my child to know that I made any type. I didn't want her to think about money, but apparently she does because she's having trouble with her friends because she'll talk about something and they'll say they can't relate to her. Like what is that? What is that? Ritz Carlton. We used to go there for her birthday all the time. She thought nothing of it until she told her friends she was upset that she didn't get
At
her
the
own
Ritz
room this
Carlton,
time. Yeah, because I'll have them
her
host the
own
party.
room.
Oh yeah, she has to have her own room. I need my own too. What?
Now I get that you need your own room.
Raj, you hear this shit? Raj, you hear
Oh
this shit?
yeah.
Yeah, it was for
I
her
mean,
birthday.
you know what?
It,
My thing is,
Incredible,
I can't
amazing.
fault her for having that type of lifestyle. Nothing wrong with that. Now, me,
But
if I
you
was
know what?
involved,
This is
no way in the world
generational
that's
wealth
gonna happen.
versus this is generational
that's why
wealth
I
versus
wanted to
where we
date.
are.
No, no,
Well,
New
my
money
thing,
versus old money.
even if it's generational wealth, my thing, I still have to set a tone and example about what you should be spending and what you shouldn't be spending. We didn't earn the money just to blow the money either. You know what I'm saying? Like
but
no
you don't
child.
blow. But it's
I'm
not
not saying
blowing it
I'm
if
not saying
you're
she
spending
does.
it.
I'm not saying she does. And my thing is, it's all about how you want to run your family lifestyle. For me, there's no way in the world a child is gonna have her own hotel room. I'm being a bad parent at that
Well, we
point.
have a suite together. Like it's a suite. Like the room's connected.
I didn't get my own room at the Ritz Carlton this time. The little kids like,
I don't
fuck
care if
you
it's
talking
Motel
about?
6, you ain't getting your own room.
Dang. Well, Motel 6, no, because it's not connected. But you buy like she's right over there. She's fine.
Nah,
Okay, no,
She's
I know
with
what you're saying.
her.
You're talking about an attached room
Yeah,
where
like a
you
suite.
can
So we'll
go through
buy
the
like
door
the.
without going through the hallway. I
nah.
get what
Mhm,
you're saying. I
mhm.
get what you're saying.
That's really important, especially because if I have a guy, which I never do, but if I did, I can't have my kids like they're with me up until eight
You can't have
o'clock.
your head. You can't have your kids hearing you fucking.
I can't even imagine that. No, no, I can't.
You
But
know,
that's what you're saying.
I gave a woman a new rule, and I suggest this to other women too. If you have children, they shouldn't even meet the dude unless you already have been proposed to. You've already accepted the proposal, and you already have a date set on when the wedding. Other than that, you don't even need the child don't even need to meet the man because once that child
That's true.
grows up, that's just another man who sleeps with my mother. And
I don't have
how
anybody
many?
meet my kid.
No, I'm not
How
saying you
many what?
should. I'm just saying for all those women who bring their kids around men, all these children are gonna grow up, and one day it's gonna connect to them that all these dudes slept with my mother.
Oh,
I don't think that's gonna necessarily be a good thing when somebody figures out that it was like 8, 9, 10 guys that slept with my mother.
I never thought about that. Ugh.
Of
That's
course not.
actually a depressing thought. You say that. Yeah, I never thought about that. I don't bring my kids anywhere, so
Yeah,
yeah,
well, that's why I say if you're not engaged with a date set, that child
with a
shouldn't even
date
be
set.
introduced
I would think that
because
would be a deal
whoever you're
breaker
gonna
for a
marry,
guy.
what's that?
That would be like the guy would be turned off by the kid being there, wouldn't he? Mm.
I mean, my
Kid
thing
being
is,
where
it don't even make no
Without the
difference
date.
how the guy's gonna react as a mother because you're the
it's
parent of
dudes out
that
here
child.
who aren't concerned with your kid at all. So if they trying to
Yeah,
fuck you,
exactly.
it don't matter if your kid is in the next room, if your kid is on the floor. They trying to stick their
Oh,
dick in you.
they don't
And do
care.
you
Right.
allow that? Do you send your kid off? What do you do in this situation? The answer is your kid shouldn't have been in this situation to begin with.
That's true in the first place. So, okay. Well, I don't bring my kid out, but if I did, it's nice to know for my next time of trying to go out and date something. I'm hoping that there's a next time. So, mm, I just kind of I think guys are complicated, especially our own race. It's definitely different, and
It's
I
not that
can't.
complicated if you set appropriate standards and rules. See, an
Well, I
appropriate
just
standard.
mean like, well, my ideal, like, even for the date, like my example of a first date is not like their example of a first date, and I will adjust accordingly, to an extent.
Well, stop being such a show off. How about that?
I was not being a show off. Yeah, I
I'm
just like
joking.
comfort.
I'm
No,
joking. I'm joking.
but okay, so comfort, you take anything to be comfortable, right? So if you like to do certain things and it happens to cost a lot, but it makes you comfortable, that's a good spin. But I want a guy. That's why I said I believe in a guy being the head of the household because there's certain things that he just won't allow.
I mean, my
I
thing is you're gonna have to be real careful because if you ain't careful, you're gonna end up marrying Pookie. Real talk.
Not even Pookie. She might get the motherfucking father of the bar's kids. The bar's father was a white dude who married a black woman, and he was whooping her ass and molesting them kids, and he was getting away with it because the police was showing up. He was like, "Listen, you gonna take this nigga's word over mine?" And they was like, "Oh yeah, you right," and they strode off, and it was another situation. All them kids
Right.
was fucked up. The wife was fucked up, and they kept rolling for years and years and years.
Wow.
So you have to understand that whatever you do, you need to take your best interest in consideration before you make any moves. First and foremost.
Yeah, because I almost married that guy. Like we were, I thought we were gonna get engaged, but then again, I had to learn that word, the side thing, and so that's why we did. But
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
you
that was a
you
guy
thought
you
you was
shouldn't
gonna
even
get
seen a
married.
second time.
You
Yeah,
thought you was gonna get married. He
yeah,
knew
he
you was
knew
ain't
that
never
wasn't
gonna
gonna
get
happen.
married. He called you a
Yeah, he
side
had
piece from Jump Street. You were there.
yeah,
There
he
yeah,
was
had no plans on you being around. Period. He had no plans
uh,
on that.
you must have some decent nookie. Okay, so good for you.
Nah. I mean, think about
yeah.
it,
Not
Joe.
the first night. It got better. Not the first night though.
Be, think
The
Not
about
the
as much
nookie
being
as
got
I
in
thought
his
better.
I did for a
position.
What,
living.
what what else did you do to make? Do you swallow?
It got better because like at first he just I didn't tell him that much about myself, but he liked that I had my own stuff, my own place, blah blah blah, and
Of
then it
course,
started getting better.
I'm
Pookie
just
loves
curious.
that.
But
Then
like I said, do you swallow? That's what I want to know.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna answer that,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
will
It's a
say
I
yes.
mean,
anything
you're
goes
you're
that way.
answering it. You definitely are answering the question, but it's okay.
She swallow. It's okay.
Yeah,
Good for
no,
you.
I'm not gonna answer that.
That's
I'm just
that's
gonna
why
say
your teeth.
anything goes in
No,
the
no,
That's why you
you,
got that
relationship.
Colgate white smile. I see
right.
you.
You don't need to confirm, but you definitely answered the question just on how you responded.
Oh,
You
okay,
know.
then I'll leave it like that. But
Now,
with
I
the
mean, you
same
do
guy, he'll
know
do whatever it takes to make the relationship work. Whatever it takes.
that's a great attitude if it's the right guy. But you had the wrong guy with the right. You had the right attitude with the wrong guy.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
he
your
was
problem is.
absolute
So
not shit.
to get
He was
well, I
maximum
put
not
too much.
shit.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn
he
it!
was
But there has to be a way to
supreme
know
not
that. There should
shit.
be a checklist. There should be a checklist like
No,
of the
no,
guys.
he was like the absolute worst example of a man to date.
I've
Oh,
never
you
even
guys are
And
heard
gonna
of.
be so
I've never even
I,
confusing.
I
heard
feel
of
like
worse,
he,
and I've seen bad niggas. That
I
nigga is
feel like he was
supreme.
trying to win the bet. Like what can I do and she'll still stay around? I feel like he was trying to win the bet. I bet you
No,
I can do this.
by the time my friends found out, um, they were like, "There's no way you're going out with this guy." So they had a big. That's when I started to. That's how I got out of it. They just said that he was like the worst guy ever. Blah blah blah. He called me all kinds of names
But
online, stuff like that. But I
Online
just, yeah,
in your Facebook group.
no, like
but
I
he
my
just lost his ticket on a good shit lollipop. He's gonna be upset. That's
I mean, yeah.
understandable.
well, his
Now my
friends would
thing
say
is,
stuff like,
his friends
yeah,
don't
go
matter.
ahead.
Whoever he associate
Well,
with,
they
oh
would say
no,
like
they
I
don't
was.
matter.
But
You,
wouldn't a guy like naturally stick up for his girl though? Like his friends would be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna sleep with her," blah blah blah. He's like, "Okay, well, just don't do this, don't do that," instead of saying like, "No, that's my girl." And I would ask him about that, and he said, "Well, don't worry about what happens online, blah blah blah." So
no, the thing is,
those
you're
were
a
just
nobody to him. You were a nobody to him, and I think because of your ego, you're not used to being a nobody. You might be having a hard time accepting the fact that you didn't matter to that dude, but you didn't matter to him
um,
at all.
you don't think
And I'm
so?
telling you that as a friend. No, I don't
Okay.
think so. I absolutely know so. The
Well,
only
I
way for me
think
to be sure is to literally go inside his head.
yeah, I had to learn a lot, and I did, and I just said, well, we're not gonna be together. He still calls to be together, so that's like, but I can't let that go because of all the stuff online. It just made me look kind of stupid. So
It's
I
sad
learned the
that
hard way.
you haven't figured out to just ignore his phone calls at this point. You
Oh,
shouldn't even be responding to him. If
So
you
that
value yourself in any kind of way, shape, or form, you owe yourself enough respect to not even. You should be totally ignoring him. Seriously.
Okay, you're right. I messed that one up.
No, no, no. The question is, do you respect yourself? Period. It ain't about me. Saying if you respect yourself, you should be ignoring him. He shouldn't even be able to contact you anymore. But that's only if you respect yourself. I'm not telling you
Oh,
to respect yourself.
that's
I know
healthy.
that's your decision.
No, yeah. I just, it gets confusing because when he says he made a
If
mistake,
if
it's
if,
his hard.
if
It's
getting
things for you to
attention
think of.
if getting attention means that much to you, that hey, that's your business. But
I'm gonna think about it. I am.
if you were related to me and I found out my sister, for example, did that, or my daughter, or my mother or something, I'd be absolutely ashamed of you. Real talk.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay, that means a lot. I got you. Dang, I totally dropped that
These are all
ball.
things you need to think on. But
I didn't really
all
think
in
on it.
all, we've had a wonderful show. I think Rain dropped the fuck
Thank
out.
you.
This was quite a conversation. We're gonna have many to come. I'm gonna do another show very soon. I'm gonna try and make it a weekly thing. I'm gonna pick a night for everybody to jump on.
Right on.
Normally, typically on the show, I have Shy, I have Daphne, I have Drab. So we'll rotate it. Everybody can come in. Everybody's welcome. We can do other shows, but as for now, I'm gonna end this because it's a long night. Um, Roger, once again, you want to run your advert for your channel, for your show, whatever you're doing, what you got going on.
This is Roger Stevens. I do a show called The Roger Report. I talk about different topics, but most of them would be somewhat centered around solutions for Black Americans. That's what's going to be the main center of my shows. Somehow to use something as a solution, because we act like we don't know the solutions to our problem. So if I
Mm,
say it to everybody, then we can't act like we don't know anymore. So
Hey,
that's what mine's mainly about.
hey, tell them. And Miss Nicole, we talk. What's your channel? What's your Instagram? What you looking for? Where is your perfect man at? Tell it all. Give your advertisement for life.
I have not found that perfect band as you have heard, but I've had some interesting adventures. So, Nikki Uncensored, I'm pretty much an open book, and I say whatever is true, whatever comes to my mind. And so, Politics with Nikki, I'm very involved with, not just talking about politics, but getting involved, like, actually getting involved in the political process and how to make change and just discussing current events and stuff. So after the holidays, after January 6th, I will put up my links, not before that because we're big holiday people and I won't have the time to engage
Okay,
because
Hey,
I'm
sounds
that
out
awesome.
shopping right now
yeah,
for Christmas stuff.
she doing her thing. And just so y'all know, so normally, we hop on other shows. What we're gonna do in the future, it's very coming very soon. We're gonna do a 3-part show. It's gonna be in one night. It's gonna be between 3 shows. It's gonna be between Black Men Being Brutally Honest, The Roger Report, and You Ain't Shit for Watching. So in all 3 of those shows, we're gonna have a time limit. It's gonna run. It's going to the next show, and we'll have different people on the panel depending on what show it is. But it's gonna be a core, and the conversation's gonna keep rolling and keep rolling and keep rolling. So I plan for it to be fun. It's in order to introduce our listeners to other shows and have a kind of a bonding experience. Shout out to the court to Couture Kitchen, Rain's World. Rain was on the show earlier. Rain's World 24, Peanut Butter Girls, and what is Joe's channel?
A
Oh,
BMT Black Male Talk.
Black Male
that's right.
Talk. So yeah, so we shout out to everybody. And fellas, if you out here looking for a girl that that's willing to hit you with the shot so your dick can get hard, Nicole's your girl. She'll wait for you to
Nic-
pump it up, and she swallows. I'm just saying.
Nic-
Ah,
Nicole,
yeah.
real talk. Do everybody a favor. Whoever that guy is that we were talking about, don't ever let him contact you again. Okay.
No, yeah, we're
And
done. We're so done
I'm
after
saying
this.
this as a friend, because if the right man meets you and figures out you entertain him, now you're the wrong woman. Don't get caught.
Ah,
Don't get
don't
caught
worry.
being
He
with
was
that type of
done.
dummy.
Like Yeah, we're done with each other. Don't worry.
Okay. I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well,
Now
if
it's
it's
like set in
understood, it ain't got to
stone.
be said no more. But y'all have a wonderful night, and like as always, you ain't shit for watching.